Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. Oh, here's a video I got of what's his name? Sandman's saying the man, saying the man, saying the man, saying the man. There it is. Let's see what he has to say.
We are Orthodox. We follow the same liturgical calendar from the days of the apostles. You follow a new Papal Gregorian liturgical calendar that was introduced in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII to reawaken ecumenism and attempt to distort the one true church. We are Orthodox. Our archbishops don't perform gay couple baptisms, blessing for gay couples and marriages. Yours do, and you will see more in the coming years. We are Orthodox. We respect the apostolic church canons, which were inspired by the Holy Spirit. You constantly ignore them as if they don't even exist. But we know exactly why you're doing this. It's to fit your new modern false unity with all your other deceived so-called Christians. It's all about ecumenism. All Christians together under one false unity. We are Orthodox. In our churches, you'll find templons, which are considered to be the Holy of Holies area, which was also found in the temple in Jerusalem. You are slowly removing, exposing, or simply eliminating them altogether to look just like your Roman Catholic friends that you want to unite with. We are Orthodox. Our churches don't add fresco paintings of the schismatic heretical Pope on the church walls alongside with other Orthodox saints. This is blasphemy. Yours do. Let's take a closer look at that statement. We are Orthodox. We're the ones you call schismatics. But the question is, who are you?
Oh. Who are you? Who are you all? Who are you really? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Who are you all? Oh. There we go. Hi, everybody. What you doing there? Well, here's another video I like to see. I have to look for the video of the Lupin show. Oh no. Who are you really? Who are you all?
Of God.
Not really.
They accept that he is the way, the truth, and the life.
But you also got to believe the rest of that verse. No one comes to the Father except through Jesus.
But according to Hindus, there are other sons of God too. For instance, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Chaitanya, and of course also Sri Ramakrishna. All of these are divine incarnations, God incarnated on earth to bring spiritual upliftment to all beings.
See, this is a problem and why we Christians can't go along with what you're saying. We don't believe Jesus became incarnate to just spiritually uplift people. That diminishes what he came for. We believe he became a man to die, resurrect, and atone for sins, an idea that is rejected by Hinduism. And second, you diminish the greatness of Jesus by just turning him into a prophet or just another Hindu deity. The New Testament says he was given a name above all names.
Hindus accept the Christ as the son
the Hindus and the Hindu. Who's the Hindus? Oh, sorry. Put the Hindu. I need to find out where's that video. Lupin takes a poopin'. Lupin dee takes a poo right on a tree. Lupin, he likes to take a poopin'. Lupin. He likes to take a poop. Does he so honor this? Are you a Hindu or you a Hindu? Who are you? Oh, I see on here. Oh, the video. Is it the video you want where AJ came on? Is this it? Hindus, but the Hindus. But the Hindus. But the Hindus. Huh? But the Hindus? Oh, Atheist Jr and basic theology. Which one is that? The one where AJ came on. Is this it? No, that's not it. I don't think that's up anymore. I don't see it. The Hindus. Hindus. Is this it? Hindus. Oh, that's not it. Sorry, I can't find it. I think he might have took the video down. Okay, thank you. Hindus. But the Hindu. But the Hindu. But the Hindus. But the Hindu. Like this guy. This is a Hindu. I Hindu. Fuck my Jesus. Yes, you died. Like here. Brother Park my Jesus. See? The Hindus. But the Hindus. But the Hindus. Brother Park my Jesus. See? Hindus. Oh. Brother Park my Jesus. Brother Park my Jesus. Brother Park my Jesus. Oh, that's good. What about this guy? He doesn't look like he looks like he's hungry eating a sub. Oh, sorry. What about this guy? He's grants off auto me. Yeah. Well, thank you. Oh, who else? Oh, Pie Coach Princess. Yeah, he does. Hindus. But the 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 Hindus. Oh. Here it is. Or watch this. Oh.
Graduated, and then I just said, okay, so this was like, this is some of the later message. This is some of the earlier message. So it's going to kind of go backwards. I just said, hey, dude, quit being an annoying little girl. I told you, I'm going to go live later. Join in. Until then, shut your gob. You're being a whiny little girl. I'm really trying to be respectful. And then he sends another message. What does Lupin stand for? Lousy, useless, pseudoscientific, irritating nuisance? I look forward to it. And I responded, don't message me again until then, you sad little girl. Education isn't important. Lupin, 2025. If it's an education that Burius has, or whatever this dude's name is, like, I don't need that education. I'll pass. You stole the name of your YouTube channel. Yes. Out of all the millions of people, that use YouTube, maybe my channel name has a similarity to another channel. Who really thinks like this? And I know you're backstage. I'm gonna let you in, but first I'm gonna read this. And I said, that's news to me. What rock did you crawl out from under? And then he replied, people don't join your channel because you have the muting and kicking power. which you abuse. I do not abuse. That's a lie. I don't abuse. I'm just very fair. I just have a rule set, and you can't follow the rules. So whenever you don't follow the rules, you'll get muted, and if you continue breaking the rules, you'll get booted. Also, why am I going on your channel of no viewers? I don't know. Why are you coming to my channel with no viewers? Then just leave me alone. I took a break from YouTube because my girlfriend came to stay with me for 2 weeks. And I said, that's good. Well, I don't feel like dealing with you right now. Take care. God bless. I got stuff to do. And I said, okay, dude. God bless. Take care. You posted a short calling me, Aiden, and other people out, and I'm here. And now you want to run away with your tail tucked between your vagina lips. Go live right now. Like, I mean, what kind of entitlement do you think you have, dude? It's so sad. You guys are all the same. You guys are carbon copies. And then I tell you again, I'm about to go out, dude. Just later. Quit blowing up my phone. You know where I'm at. The world doesn't revolve around you. LMAO, just a bunch of talk. Turns out you're not that bold when you get called out on your lies. I never lied. Then I just said, God bless you. I'll be live later tonight. So now that you're all caught up, let me see. Hold on, let me catch up with some of these comments. Now that you're caught up, here we go. Atheist Jr. Can you? Oh no, that's Terry.
Hey.
Atheist Jr. You're looking fashionable today. You're more than normal.
I thought Atheist Jr. was here.
I
thought Atheist Jr. was here. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, he just dropped in. So let's go ahead and just hear him out.
Look at that background.
AJ, these are the rules. Don't use so much profanity. I don't care if a word slips out there. Don't act like you got the, like you're the boss of this stream.
Oh, bro, I was just minding my own business, and this dude's blowing my phone up. Like, bro, you posted a short calling out Aiden, me, Mark Reed, saying, oh, I've wrecked this person, I've wrecked this. Like, you called me out.
I have.
And you're like, what? So then why are you acting like, oh, I don't know why this person is coming at me? Like why do you lie? Like you're so desperate, bro.
I'm not lying. You're always talking about me.
Why did you lie? Like I don't know why this guy's leaving these comments. Like, you posted that short.
Okay, so what?
So you're a liar.
No, I just posted a short on how I felt.
No, you posted a short asking, why don't these atheists come on my stream anymore? I destroyed all of them. Like,
yeah, whenever I invite you to my stream, you don't want to come to my stream because I quote unquote abuse my powers, which I don't. You guys just can't follow the rules. If I don't want you to cuss and talk over me and then try and bogart my own stream, then yeah, you're gonna get muted and then booted. Simple as that.
Okay, I'm just wondering why you're got this false narrative. That's all. You don't gotta get all heated about it.
Dude, you were blowing my phone up. I couldn't even enjoy my lunch.
You couldn't enjoy your lunch?
I did.
Do you know what do not disturb mode is?
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed my lunch. It was pretty good.
Do you know what
I had
do not disturb is, Lupin?
But I mean, it was just annoying. It's just like, I don't know why you act so feminine. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but I mean, just don't do that with me.
Define feminine. Explain how I act feminine.
You act like a little girl.
No. Explain how I'm. What me leaving comments on your short was me acting feminine. You always do this. It's like super misogynistic of you.
Let's see.
No, I want you to explain yourself.
I don't know who Dr. Cassie is. Explain what?
How was I being effeminate by leaving you comments?
You're effeminate by leaving me 20 comments whenever I said I'll go live later, and then you just keep replying and saying I'm running away. You're gonna call me a liar, dude? I told you I'm gonna have a stream later on. Join, and then you say I'm running away. What are you talking about, dude? You're the You lie so much. That's what your entire channel is based on, just lies and hatred. That's it. It's all Kent Hovind hate. It's all Kent Hovind hate. Hey, hold on, shut up. I'm not finished. Be quiet.
Okay.
Look, your channel's built on just hatred and lies and defamation and just character assassination. It's awful. It's terrible. I don't want nothing to do with you. And yeah, sometimes I got an opinion to say. We got our own opinions. So whatever. You're here right now. Say your piece.
I'm sure Terry finds this very impressive, Lupin. You're this actor putting on.
I didn't even invite Terry here. She just showed up. I'm glad she's here though.
The link was posted in the chat.
Yeah. I'm glad she's here as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who Dr. Cassius is.
I'm a little concerned.
About what?
Why y'all beefing?
I got no beef. The only beef I had was a Mongolian beef that I had at the Chinese restaurant that I just came from. That's it.
So the reason that I was commenting is that you posted this short acting hard with this like tough guy music in the background, which is like drowning out what you're saying to where I can barely hear you. And you're calling out me, you're calling out Aiden, you're saying I destroyed this atheist. I don't know why they don't come out my streams anymore. And yeah, so you posted a stream with this fake, desperate, tough guy attitude you had. So yeah, I'm poking fun at you a little bit by saying, oh, well, go live right now.
Okay, so well, I told you the world doesn't revolve. The world doesn't revolve around you.
I don't know why
the world doesn't revolve around you. You don't tell me how you don't tell me how I run my life,
bro.
You don't run my schedule.
You mad? No,
I'm just
mad, bro.
You're just an annoying little girl.
Why are you mad, bro?
I ain't mad, bro. I'm chilling.
You want to talk about it? Like, are you okay?
Do you have anything intelligent to say? I really don't feel like talking to you. Like, I really don't. I got nothing to talk to you about.
Genuinely, like, it's okay. Like we can talk about it.
Are you mentally challenged? Do you have a disorder?
Like, what happened? Like,
I'm asking you.
We can talk in the offline about it. Like,
who failed you? Was it your mom, your dad, your pastor? Like, who failed you, bro? There's something wrong with you.
I never had a pastor.
Well, maybe you should get one.
Nah, I'm good on that.
What's up, Nero? Meow, 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 meow.
No, I think my parents did a good job of raising me. I don't think either of them failed me.
Really? Do they watch your YouTube channel?
My mom watches some of my videos. My dad killed himself, so he's dead.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he was an asshole anyway.
That explains a lot.
Like you. I'm just kidding.
Hey, it doesn't.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have cursed. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, actually, that explains a lot.
No, what the heck, Lupin?
I wanted to talk about this. I was watching this piece of content on your channel, which is actually a genuinely good piece of content on your channel, which was a surprise for me.
Usually my content is good.
No, it's not, because your content is very like disjointed, and it's like
it's not full of hate.
It's just like poorly organized, because
people just chilling and talking, having a good time.
I didn't interview, so no. There's these videos where it's just you like silently playing a video game, or like doing a stream, and then you go back and watch the same stream, and it's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But it was this. I'm saying this is a good piece of content because it was like Beerus came on, and I was enjoying him like basically calling you out for being uneducated about science and speaking with authority on YouTube, like you know what you're talking about when you don't.
What education level do I have?
I don't know. You refuse to talk about it.
I don't need to talk about it.
I'm not saying that you do, because I don't need you to tell me about your education, because it's evident.
Because I'm evidently so stupid. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Well, okay, I didn't say.
Then why are you here with an uneducated fool?
I never said you were stupid, because this is the stream where I was supposed to come on. What do you mean? Why am I here?
What do my streams bother you? I called you out, I called Beerus out, I called Aiden out, because all of you guys
called me out, and now I'm here.
All of you guys are always chirping at me. It's not just you. It was a multitude of people. I called them all out, and they want me to go to their channel just so I could provide content for you guys, because you guys have boring as hell content that all you do is just hate on a pastor that you don't like, doesn't even have an impact on the world as much as he did. He already left his mark on the world. You know, I mean, that's it. All it is hate. And then you guys get together and ban a man who's just spreading the gospel just because you disagree with his message, just because you hate the Lord.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
Yes,
that's not a lie.
No, it is. You're a liar.
You're well known. You're well known for this.
I don't.
I've talked to atheists that have even said like you do this.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, I don't dislike Kent Hovind. Hold on a second, Terry. I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to say this. I don't dislike Kent Hovind because he's a Christian. I don't dislike you because
he's a misogynist, homophobe.
No, it's because he is friends with child rapists. His friends rape children. That's why I dislike it.
Hi, Big Bad Mama.
Hi, Logan. How are you?
All right. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Just popped on for a little bit, see what's happening.
Yeah. They keep on going to a commercial.
Yeah, my it's been doing that on my phone too, which is weird because I thought I had the YouTube. What's the one with where you don't get ads?
Phone ad blocker.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I've been getting ads on there too.
Oh,
hi,
Gangster!
Good seeing you.
Likewise, brother.
How are you today?
Man, I'm amazing. I just got out of confession. I feel clean.
Oh, that's good. Nice. Yeah, I've seen a video with Lupin on there fighting with Atheist Jr.
Yeah, I was just watching you watch that, gangster.
Yeah, and earlier I saw a new video by Sandman going after.
Hey, I saw that too, gangster.
Who was he going after?
Daniel.
Yeah. Again? I thought they patched that up or something.
Yeah, I think they patched up the personal beef, but Sandman definitely has a problem with.
Well, that's all right.
OCA,
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
He's like, I won't put Daniel in there, but he still has a problem with the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that crazy? He's going to have another one tomorrow about their bishop and their and his heretics or something.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of fair though, because it's like you can not like Catholicism, but maybe not liking me because I'm Catholic could be a step too far.
Right.
Big Bad Mama, is Wildheart okay?
I don't know. I just heard that in your chat.
What happened to Wildheart, gangster?
He was at I think he called Suicide Hotline. He had a live stream. He was acting a bit. I think he was drunk. I hope he's all right.
Somebody said he was going to call the suicide hotline or something. So I hope that's not the case. I hope he's doing better today.
Yeah.
Wildheart, if you're watching, we love you. And I think you're a great guy. So
you're never too late and you're never too far gone.
Hope he's all right.
Yeah, me too.
Thoughts and prayers for Wildheart.
But yeah, Ghost, you're playing that show with AJ on Lupin's show. And, they always, Lupin and others, they always don't understand why we go after Kent Hovind. And, there's pretty good reasons why I do it. It's he sends a dangerous doomsday message every day that I think adds to people's depression. He also, from my point of view, spreads pseudoscience to kids and that kind of stuff. And then also, as AJ mentioned, he has known child molesters that are his friends that visit his theme park. And, that's been demonstrated. Everybody knows that. That's common knowledge. Kent has talked about it. So there's pretty good reasons why he's criticized so much on the internet.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there because I saw that clip that you were playing.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying, because I don't know Kent Hovind, but I keep hearing about him. And as you're saying, I hear mostly negative things. So good to be aware of all that.
Yeah, he has a cult compound down in Alabama. I don't know if you've heard of it, Z-Dan. It's Dinosaur Adventureland.
Okay, so I've heard people mention that. I didn't know it was his and together.
Yeah. He's the leader of that compound. And
now, when you say that, is it like a theme park or is it like a religion?
It's both. So he's got, there's a church there, and there's a creation museum, and then he gives people tours. I've been there, so I've like toured the place. And there's some cool things.
You didn't buy when he was selling BBM?
No, he didn't convert me. That's for sure. But he gives tours, and there's a lot of really cool animals that are there that he has. So it is a fun place for a kid to go. It's just, he's spreading this tribulation rapture message every day on his, in his lectures and stuff. And, I don't know what you guys all believe, but, according to him, we're in the middle of the tribulation and headed toward the rapture in 2028. So I just think that doesn't help people in their day-to-day lives trying to just get through things in their life,
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I'm definitely not. I don't believe in the rapture, so I'm with you on that.
Okay,
but yeah, so is it also just like a dinosaur land? Like you can go there just for like a vacation and then fall into the cult, kind of?
Yeah. So there's cabins there you can go stay. There's not many dinosaurs for a dinosaur adventureland. You think there'd be a lot of giant dinosaurs, but there's maybe one or two. And there's a bunch of lakes, to go fish or whatever you want to do there. But it's a big plot of land. You can look it up on Google Earth sometime, and you'll kind of see the big plot of land. Mark Stoney down here in the chat, he was on the compound for at least a couple of years, I think. So he said he quit over the PDF files and came to find out that Hovind was having his daughter give him therapeutic massages.
Is that what they call it these days?
Yeah, and she was maybe six years old at the time.
Whoa! Yeah.
And
wow. Wait, how did this guy become so popular? I've literally never heard of him until Gangster goes to stream.
So he's probably one of the most famous creation geologists, and he used to travel the world even, and lecture and debate about creation, quote unquote, science. But in 2006, I think he got imprisoned for different tax related crimes, and he spent 9 years in prison. And there was other crimes too, but so he spent 9 years in prison because of that. And his first marriage fell apart at that point, and he's been married so far, and I don't know if these are legal marriages, all of them, but his fourth wife just walked out. So he's, I think, looking for number 5 maybe, or trying to get number 4 back. But yeah, it's very interesting history. Look him up on Wikipedia sometime and read about it, because it's definitely an interesting story.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, go ahead, Logan.
I heard about him in 2007, I think. I think the first time I heard about him, he was. I seen his this debate he had with 3 professors. I think they're professors, but and then later I found out he went to jail or something over taxing, they said.
Yeah. Yeah. He's famous for his debates that he has. He's had over 300 or something like that, but with different atheists or people that are studying evolution and that kind of thing.
And this dinosaur land still up and active even after all this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he lost his former dinosaur adventure land in Pensacola, and I think his son is also a creation evangelist. His name is Kent Hovind, and he's pretty famous in his own right. But I think his former wife and his kids got that, and the tax man probably too got that compound. So he went, I think in 2016, Logan, or 2017, he started Dinosaur. Somebody gave him the land, this old gravel pit up in Alabama, and he started building there and made the Dinosaur Adventureland. And yeah, there's several cabins there now. In fact, Mark Stoney built several of the structures there.
Mark Stoney, you got to repent. No, I'm kidding.
Well, so Mark Stoney left there in maybe 2019, Mark, something like that.
I know he's in the chat. Do you know what was he like a counselor there, or was he like a religious figure? Was he
Mark
just
Stoney?
a worker?
Well, I think he started as a worker, but then he worked his way up into the organization. I think he was almost going to be a member of the board at some point, but he did not like that 2021. He did not like that Kent was bringing his convicted PDF file friend to Dinosaur Adventureland with all the kids there and things. And this guy had already been convicted and served jail time for that. And then
that's crazy.
Kent invited him several times. He went to Dinosaur Adventureland, and one time he brought a 13-year-old child, 12-year-old child with him.
I think it might have been 11. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And he brought this child from Georgia to Dinosaur Adventureland, and Hovind gave him a house that was owned by one of the people associated with Dinosaur Adventureland right outside the gate. And there was nobody like there except for the child and the guy, the molester guy. And in the morning they were found them in bed together. So it was a really bad situation there. Logan, you know the story too, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't talked about this stuff in a while.
Yeah,
but it was a really bad scene. So he spent like 4 or 5 nights there, I think, that on that particular visit. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, Mark tried to look for where he's at and finally found him, and he's all right.
Right. Yeah, they wanted to find him, and this was like a couple of years later. They wanted to find him to make sure that he was okay, and kind of maybe to find out what had happened. And I'm just going to end it there. I'm not going to. I mean, there's probably plenty of clips on the internet about it if you want to check it out.
Oh, but
Missy Mod, he's never. Yeah, check it out, Z-Dan, if you get a chance.
Well, I'll go down that rabbit hole after I finish my orthodoxy rabbit hole. I'm in the middle of BBM.
Sure. Missy Mod, Kent has done nothing to undermine evolution. In fact, scientists are just continuing to do their work to support evolution. Kent has done nothing to undermine that. What's your rabbit hole with the orthodoxy?
Trying to figure out what it is all about and who's the real Orthodox and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stemmed off from watching Gangster Ghost and the Orthodox people.
Right.
And then just trying to find out what Orthodoxy is. It's kind of difficult, BBM. I believe AJ's had a similar experience. They don't have like teachings or doctrines or dogmas. It seems to be more of like a mindset. So I'm finding all this interesting and trying to delve into what is. I'm not looking to convert. I'm just trying to figure out what is an Orthodox.
Right. Just for knowledge's sake.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting.
There's a lot of different churches. A lot of different Orthodox churches. Are you concentrating on one in particular, or kind of studying them all, because they each have their differences, right?
Yeah, well, that's kind of exactly what I'm trying to figure out, BBM. I thought it was one thing, but as I look into it, it's like the Greek Orthodox, the Russian Orthodox, the American, and I'm like, wait, what about just Orthodox? So yeah, that's kind of the whole endeavor.
Oh, okay.
But I'm finding how you kind of portrayed it seems to be how it is. A bunch of independent churches that all kind of classify as the same. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it's seeming to be.
Right. Hey, Aiden, how you doing?
Hi, Aiden.
Hi.
Aiden.
Hello, everyone. No, but I'm so sick of this projection from the Hovindites.
Oh, you hate Kent Hovind because he makes evolution look bad.
No, you're willing to overlook the fact that Kent Hovind aided and abetted multiple PDF files because he has talking points that affirm your worldview. That's the reality of it. All right? We're not the ones that are just irrationally hating him for no reason. You're irrationally loving him because he supports your worldview. So I'm really sick of this projection. It's been abundantly explained to these people that that's not the reason why we're against Kent, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they already have it in their own heads what the narrative is, and they're unwilling to change it because if they acknowledge the fact that maybe we don't irrationally hate Kent, then they would have to open themselves up to the idea that maybe Kent isn't this just completely implacable figure that's done nothing wrong in his entire life.
Right. That's well said.
Only Jesus was that man.
Well, there's people out there that compare Kent to Jesus, including Kent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
he compares himself to a lot of biblical figures in his lectures or his sermons.
I loved your point, Big Bad Mama. It's like half a year ago, but it's stuck with me ever since. You know, none of these guys are comparing themselves to Obadiah or anything like that. Right. You know, it's always Peter or Paul or Jesus.
Once in a while they'll go down and maybe Nehemiah or somebody, but it's it's usually Moses, Paul, David. I don't know. It's all of them. Oh well, I don't think.
When was I not against Kent? Mod?
Right. I don't. Aiden's always been real critical of Kent.
Like, I don't make videos about him or anything like that. If that constitutes being against Kent, then sure, by that definition, I'm not against him. But I've made my opinions on Kent clear for years at this point.
You debated him a couple times.
I have.
At least 2 times, I think. But
yeah,
I don't think you really make videos.
No, I don't make videos. That's just not my forte. I might get into it at some point here, but
hey, do you guys know who does make videos? Sandman.
Oh snap!
He must have heard what you said the other day, Aiden, because this time he used his regular voice to do his video.
And I miss that voice.
I'm glad he's doing his regular voice because he's got a radio voice. Like he's got a really good voice. So using AI on something like that is just such a waste in my view.
Such a blessing you get from God, right? And you're going to use some AI to cover it up.
Is the voice we've been hearing? Oh no! Oh, I understand. So the one that he did against Daniel, he used an AI voice.
No, I guess he used Daniel's voice.
Well, he used Daniel's voice for the part with Daniel, but like the part that was overviewing what Daniel was saying was done using AI.
Yeah, no, he's got a great voice. I mean, he should be doing audiobooks and that kind of thing.
Yeah, even somebody like me is capable of being paid to do audiobooks, so you could definitely get into it, Sandman.
We need to get him on the Hallow app.
Yeah.
You get paid to do voiceovers, Aiden? That's cool.
Oh, I'm narrating Christians. Christian has published a few books right now, and I'm doing narration for them.
Oh, I'm gonna have to ask Brother Pike if he needs like a couple different editions. If he needs like a Boston edition.
I'll be releasing several editions. There's a Kent Hovind edition. There's a Dan edition, which is just the Kent Hovind edition that we're unscrupulously reselling again.
Do you happen to have a Mickey Mouse in there?
Ha
Nice. Mickey Mouse horror movie?
A Mickey Mouse horror movie.
Here's two of them now. Now this one takes place on a boat.
I think the Mickey Mouse horror movie should just be an examination of Disney's corporate structure, because that would be plenty horrifying enough.
Yeah. Oh, what you say, Big Ben Mama? Yeah, I thought of a.
Oh, sorry, Logan. I was trying to find that part in that video with Atheist Jr. and Lupin, where Lupin and Terry proposed sending cell phones to North Sentinel Island to get the word of God to them, and they'll figure out the cell phone. They'll figure out how to work the cell phones. It was hilarious.
Hey, Leaded Ninny has 3 N's in it, Mr. Logo, and my name. Oh crap! Oh crap! Never mind.
Did you see that video with AJ and Terry and Lupin?
I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that today.
They want to airdrop cell phones to North Sentinel Island, right?
Oh my god!
And they say that the natives there who have no technology whatsoever will figure out how to use the cell phones.
Right. These natives who are literally stuck in an age before fire was discovered. Like they don't have a conceptualization of something that even proto-humans like Australopithecines were capable of. And that's no commentary on their intellect, obviously. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, they're just inferior. No, it's just
they're
a remnant of the most ancient, or among the most ancient people groups that we can find on this planet. Fascinatingly enough, even though the Andaman Islands are as close to India as they are, if you look at the lineage of other islands like South Sentinel Island, you'll find that the people there are actually more closely related to population groups in East Africa and Madagascar, because that's how freaking old this group of people is. They're some of the first migratory populations that migrated out of Africa, is how old we're talking about here. And yeah, that group of people, once they have a bunch of freaking magic rectangles dropped on their heads, they're just going to figure out how to use them intuitively. How about we just leave them alone? They clearly do not want to be interfered. Anytime that anybody gets close to their island, they become extremely aggressive. The last guy that tried going on their island got brutally murdered by them. So how about we just leave them?
And that guy was an idiot, because he went there. He went there the day before and they attacked him, and he actually survived. And then he went back a second time.
Yeah, just utter stupidity and nonsense. Why are people so insistent on destroying human heritage is what I want to know. There really are some people out there that just need every single last corner of this earth to be exactly the same as every other corner of this earth. It just needs to be homogenized into this giant mass of sameness. And I think that's a bunch of crap.
The only thing I like homogenized is my milk, Aiden.
That's true. I do like a homogenized milk. Unhomogenized milk, that's no good. It's no good. But yeah, North Sentinel Island is a fascinating place, and we should keep it preserved the way that it is. If anything, so that we can study this group of people from afar in a non-intrusive way and maybe learn something about our history, But no, better that we just forcibly bring these people into the modern age, because that's going to do any good.
Guess who's here?
Hey, Christian.
Every single time that a vastly technologically superior group of people encounters a technologically inferior group of people,
they treat them fairly.
Yeah, it's really fair and amicable treatment, and they're just very slowly brought in and integrated into modern life. It's not like they're just worked to death in horrible slave mines or anything like that.
Mark Stoney said nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Oh, damn. Never mind.
Oh, Burpike, how are you today, little guy?
I'm gonna tell you how I am, okay? I am both drinking grape Fanta and I am eating ooey gooey butter cake. Okay? I hope that answers your question.
Oh, so that's good.
It's swell.
Oh,
It's better than good. It's okay.
I've recently found out that I'm anti Kent Hovind again, which is news to me because I was never not anti.
But you should go back and start being for Ken again. You used to
No,
be a hero of his.
I used to be one of Kent's biggest supporters. That's true. That's true. Well,
Yeah,
no.
what
They're gonna
happens?
mention themselves.
No, I've known about Ken for a long time at this point. Like he's just kind of been around on the internet for about as long as I can freaking remember. But it wasn't until I met Mark that I found out about some of the really, really heinous stuff that he was getting up to.
Yeah, I remember when he just got out of prison. I think it was 2016 or 15.
Yeah, 16 or 17, I think.
Well, 15. I'm not sure. It's one of those two. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 17. I'm not sure. But I think he was still on house arrest.
Yes. Yeah, he was on house arrest for like what, the first few months after he got out of prison.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that because Brett Keane covered when Kent Hovind got released from prison because he was going to go on a platform called the Drunken Peasants, and he was going to debate an evolutionary biologist on that platform. And Brett Keane was covering the whole drama, and he was like, I've been a notable follower and supporter of Dr. Hovind for many years now. It's like...
Brett Keane, what, he ruined his chances?
No, it's great how he like acts like he's been following Kent all this time and he can't even get the pronunciation. He can't even be bothered to look up how his name is pronounced. It's just typical Brett. Go back to that, Brett. Go back to that. I miss the old Brett.
The joke's on them because you can't put somebody under house arrest who ain't got no house, sucker.
That's true. I have always... Go ahead, Mr.
Hi,
Logo.
guys. Hello.
Hi, Mr.
Hey, Logo.
Hi.
But what does Zedin have to say? He should know he's Zedin.
I'm speechless for once, gangster.
Oh, but I want to ask you, what would happen if Steven took over Dinosaur eventually? That would be, I think, anyone who could.
I want that to happen.
They probably run
keep
about
it
the same as
alive
it does
and do
now.
good.
Into the ground.
I want that to happen so badly.
Steven, I think, would do a good job. He could be charged there. Just with Tokai could help, and Dan be there, and Achilles could teach about earth science. And
he would run the museum at DAL.
I'd like to run the museum.
I have museum experience, so that should be
I'd like
me.
to give them tours.
You ain't got no tour experience, Christian.
And this snake skin is the one from the garden. We got
the only tour you've ever given was the tour of your ramshackle little house with a toilet in the yard. All right, that's the only tour I've ever seen you
got
get.
that toilet out of the yard, Aiden, the other day.
Did you?
Like
Did
literally
you?
just the other day.
Why did he finally give you permission to move it, or what?
Well, I just thought like because he's the landlord, it was his job, but no, it turns out it was my job.
Of course, it was your job. Like, why would you expect the landlord to do what you pay him to do?
Yeah,
Gang, who are you?
Yang. Is that part of the Yang gang?
Oh, hi, Clay.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I
Man,
don't
look
know why
at
the
you.
hell my name was Yang.
Look at you. Sleep is over, son.
I know.
Oh, it's Clay. It's Clay, not Yang.
He looks like as if he just woke up.
So when Kent was under house arrest, was he like Osama bin Laden in his little compound in Pakistan, where he would like walk outside and like the 3 square feet outside of his house that was still allowable for him to walk out, or like how did that work?
I don't know. It might have been before he started.
Whenever he wanted to.
What do you say, Clay?
Kind of hard to keep somebody under house arrest when that house is on like a compound.
Clay, you guys gonna have a priest come in and give you guys ashes in the hospital?
Oh, when are you going back to
Yeah, why are we on StreamYard instead of Restream?
Because StreamYard's the best.
Because StreamYard's objectively better than Restream,
I mean,
Christian.
I don't
I'm
know. I'm just
sorry.
wondering why we switched. Did we switch?
Yes, we did.
Does my mic sound like
I'm the
crap
vice
now?
president, and I was not consulted about
We
the
all
switch.
put our freaking foot. Well, I put my foot down yesterday about it because it was
What in the
crashing.
cuss word?
Every 3 seconds
Yeah,
on my
we took
phone,
the
it just
Orthodox
decided to
approach
crash.
to this vote instead of the old Catholic Pope Pike method.
I'm
It was
highly
Father
offended.
Charles' fault.
Oh, that's fine. I'll blame him.
Yeah, he decided to be like charitable and give Logan his StreamYard like a jerk.
Can you believe it? Can you imagine?
I know. Next thing you know, he's gonna send him a freaking laptop.
Like, what do you love the guy? Like,
Christian,
you know what I'm saying?
you really are the older brother I never had. Gee.
Do these guys know the story about the laptop, Aiden?
I don't think they do know the story about the laptop. Christian, do you know the tale of Father Charles's laptop?
I remember something about they got a laptop for Steven and he was supposed to pay for it and he didn't, or the other way around.
Yeah. Father Charles gave Stephen the money to buy a laptop. Stephen bought the laptop with the agreement that he was going to pay Father Charles back. He never paid Father Charles back. So Chuck asked for the laptop back. Stephen said he would send it the next day. That never happened.
That great next day in the sky.
Yeah. I find it infinitely funny that the Proverbs guys are like supposed to be like this like ministry for Jesus, and yet they're ran off of stolen property.
Yeah.
They stole it for Jesus, Christian. You need to
Yeah, they did it
understand.
for the Lord. It's different.
Yeah.
They said, "Give me that donkey. The Lord has need of it."
Well, you know, why isn't that money for that perfume spent on the poor, Christian? Why wasn't it spent on the poor? It's done for edification, Christian. That's why it was done.
Over here at the edification station. Yep.
We can still do your shows on that Restream if you want.
I don't know, Logan. I'm so offended now.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if I'll ever forgive you guys for this. I mean, I probably will.
Boy. New crop of drama starting up.
I'm gonna need some cheese with this wine, Logan.
Everybody get in on this one.
Sorry about that, brother.
New schism.
That's right.
I'm going to join Tim's channel.
Eventually, the schisms are going to get so bad that we're going to be disagreeing with like ourselves. Like I'm going to be having an argument with myself.
I love that freaking joke about the guy on the desert island where they go to rescue him and there's 2 churches. Like that's the church I used to go to.
What is it like Clay said? It's funny. Read it. It's in the private chat.
That guy on the desert island is Bruce, by the way.
I promise you.
Oh, what did Clay say? He said it'd be funny if they got the laptop back and there's tons of pics and videos of hookers and cocaine.
Thank you for your contribution to the conversation.
No, I imagine.
With
Go
Bruce,
ahead,
there
Logo.
with Bruce, there would be more than just 2 churches after a while, right, on that island.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Wilson from frickin' Castaway is the qualified pastor running the church.
Qualified. Anytime you got a verified doctrine, that's the one to go to.
That's right. Wilson!
Everybody sees Bruce at Subway. We recommend the white bread for the cold cuts. Did you verify that? Hypocrite! What did Uncle David say about the white bread?
You're trying to get me to eat a man-made sandwich.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
a
I
man?
think Bruce just actually hates me, like, for real, in the real world.
Why?
I think so, too. Why do you think that I keep telling him? Why do you think I keep quoting 1 John 4:20 to him?
He needs to go 420 and smoke some dope and calm down.
I agree. Christian, why don't you go 420 and smoke
He
some
makes
dope?
me
Why
need
don't
the
you do
420.
that?
He makes me almost 420.
It's
I
gonna
nearly
happen.
420 the other day.
When we meet up, Christian, that secondhand smoke, let me tell you.
I might be 420ing right now for all you know.
They're going to clip that.
Actually, I'm drinking Fanta Grape.
Oh.
If that's the new 420ing, then that's significantly lamer than the old 420.
Well, you know, this is that purple stuff, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you got that purple drink.
This is that, you know, they're always coming out with new names for it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
You're
that
sipping
Chinese
on that.
Jumanji.
Oh, you're sipping on that syrup. I see.
Is that as if Coca-Cola and wine had a love child?
It is exactly like that.
You know, that's a thing. It's a thing that some people unironically do, Mr. Logo. They'll like add sodas to like wine and beer, and isn't that something that you guys do in Germany?
Sodas to
Yes,
beer.
to beer, yes.
Oh yeah, you told us about that. No,
And
yeah, you're out of the
even-
group, Logo.
Even syrup.
Oh my goodness!
Raspberry
No, I
syrup.
You're out of
you
the
know, I've
group.
never drank a Stella Artois and been like, you know what, this needs some Coke.
That's a weird thing to even do. Yeah, I
What,
can see why
drink a
people
Stella
keep invading
Artois?
you guys in
Sorry,
World
Christian.
Wars.
Some people have taste.
I used to drink Stellas.
Oh, you used to drink Stellas?
Yeah, back when I was like a reprobate heathen like you, that's what I preferred.
What about
Until
Heineken?
you met Jesus.
Aiden, you know what woodruff is?
Woodruff.
Oh yeah, that's where I met the Lord.
Woodruff.
Shut up, Christian. I'm having a conversation. No, Mr. Logo. I do not know what woodruff is.
It's a sweet, like it's a plant.
It's like when the
you
wood
can
hasn't
make
been
syrup
sanded yet.
from it.
Shut up, Christian.
You can make syrup from that. It's called woodruff.
Oh, I see.
I even had
I
to
see.
check the English name. I didn't know by
Splinters.
heart.
Some have called.
Christian, do you have any more really insightful comments to add to the
I don't.
conversation? Yeah, no?
No, but I'll
No, you
continue.
don't? Because it just seemed like you were such a fount of them just a moment ago. So come on, like, can you give us one more? Can you give us one more just like nugget of wisdom?
I don't want to say the other ones.
Solomon the Second? Could you give us some
I'm
of
not
that
gonna say the other
austere
ones.
wisdom of yours?
I can't say the other ones,
Yeah, I bet not. That's what I thought.
but they're funny. Just know that they're funny.
Yeah, they are pretty funny.
Big Ben Mama, do you guys still go out for Trump on the Kent on the other Rumble and TikTok? Oh,
No, it seems like people like Monsieur Bell is starting to focus on the Dan and the AJ these days. Yes, the Lupin. Oh, Father Chuck is here. Hi, Father
Oh,
Chuck.
speaking of Lupin, he sucks.
Here's a video.
Yeah, the sky is blue. What else is new, Christian?
Yeah, nothing.
Here's a video earlier Frank asked me to play about him having AJ come on his show.
Yeah. I need to watch that AJ Terry
I linked it to
Lupin
you.
show. Yeah, I need to watch that at some point. I still can't believe that they unironically think that if they drop a bunch of cell phones on North Sentinel Island, that's gonna like.
That's their
Oh,
plan?
but now we figured it out. Yes, that's their plan to
All
bring
those
the
guys are gonna
Lord
do
to
is
those
figure out how to
people.
light fires with those.
They don't even know how to light fires, Christian.
No, but if they had a box of cell phones, they'd figure it out.
Yeah, they'd figure out fire pretty quick with them lithium
Lithium-ion
batteries.
batteries.
Yeah.
They're like, ah!
What a lighthearted joke, Christian. That was really good.
Well, Brother Pike, wouldn't you like to do your next teaching about teaching people how to use cell phones?
Well, he was going to do a teaching, but then he saw that Restream isn't the thing that he's going to do the teaching on anymore, so he's not doing that anymore.
No, I've forgiven everybody except for Aiden at this point, but I have not chosen the subject matter yet because, like, when do I ever choose it ahead of time? So
because he's scared.
I'm gonna try to
You
have
can
that
still
over
go
to
on
you
Restream.
before the end of the week. Look, I don't care what software we use.
Hey, can we watch the North Sentinel Island cell phone video?
Yes.
It's about it's only like 2 minutes long. Logan, I got the timestamp if you want to bring that up at some
I
point.
vote yes.
Another.
Okay.
Go to the 20-minute mark.
Is it the same video I showed earlier?
Yeah.
Is
It's
it from-
AJ. It's Atheist Junior's video.
Is it from the chapter? Someone's wrong on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they had Dr. Lupin and Professor Terry there, so I'm sure that they stand a much better chance of not being wrong.
What possibly could go wrong?
I don't hate Terry at all. She started going off on me
No,
the
y'all
other
hate
day,
each other.
so I fired back.
I guess
But your
he's
impression
here.
of her is pretty doggone funny.
Vader.
It is pretty funny. It gets under her skin really bad too. That's pretty funny.
Over here in Oregon, like.
I complain about leftists all the time, but I live in one of the most leftist places in the whole country. So
Terry, if you're
who
watching, I'm on
cares
your
about
side, not
hypocrisy?
Which
20 minutes. 20 minutes exactly.
2000.
That's good.
It's the year I was born.
200% angry.
Missions to different remote places with these tribes that have never had any contact with the English-speaking world.
At
And so
least 70
basically,
Christians were just beheaded in somewhere in the Middle East. They're being persecuted. They're dying for their faith. I mean, yeah, the Christians have a duty. Christians do this because that.
So, I'm pretty sure the only people that were beheading Christians were ISIS. And I'm pretty sure a fair amount of Muslims were against ISIS as well, Professor Claudia. I'm pretty sure that ISIS, or Daesh, as they were called locally, wasn't exactly something that a lot of people were a big fan of. So if you're trying to cite that as just the regular state of affairs in the Middle East, then you're even more ignorant than I thought you were.
Yeah, all of Iran is essentially the mortal enemy of ISIS.
Yeah. Well, they aren't beheading any Christians in Iran. Last time I checked, no, they're too busy focusing. They're too busy focusing on the real issue, like the gays, which is why a Christian has never stepped foot in Iran once in his entire life.
Oh, sorry.
I was born this way, baby.
Joyful and happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're compelled to do it. They're
Are they cannibals?
There are some cannibals, yeah.
No, they said Dr. Cassius says that the people on Sentinel Island are cannibals.
And I just use the Sentinel Island.
Did you say the sensual island?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about
I use the sensual island to throw yacht parties every once in a while.
He's looked up before.
Sensual Island, yeah, I think that's a movie that you're not going to find on YouTube, Christian.
Why is he wearing these sunglasses?
Gilligan's snuff film.
Why
What
is he
the hell?
wearing these sunglasses?
No one knows.
Is it so bright there?
It's because he doesn't want anybody to see his bloodshot eye.
He looks like there was a
GG, what's up? Wait, GG's trying to speak. What's up, GG?
Tim, are you there?
You gave it away.
Already know.
Are you there, Wing Zealot?
Dang it.
Yeah, you got it. But we're still going to call
ruined.
you.
Already know it was you.
I mean, maybe he didn't. I was going to test him. Dang it.
Snap.
How are you today? We're going to do Crash Wednesday tomorrow.
I would have been better
was
if it
good.
worked. Yeah, I was good.
But cannibalism.
Platforms.
Cannibalism is not something that has ever been observed on North Sentinel Island. The only time that any serious contact was made with North Sentinel Island was on 2 occasions. There was one point where a British ship was shipwrecked on the island for a period of about 3 days, and they never made any serious contact with the North Sentinelese. As a matter of fact, they never even left their ship, because they were so terrified of being attacked by those people until they were rescued by the British Navy. And then there was another time where the viceroy that was representing the Andaman Islands, he was, I believe, 19 or 20 years old, and he wanted to prove himself as the new viceroy. You get into a new job, you want to prove your worth in that position. So he launched an expedition to the island where they thoroughly combed through the island to try and find evidence of inhabitation. And they did come across little villages and things like that, but they never actually came across any serious groups of people besides a couple of women and children who they captured and then had released later on, only to die of horrific disease. So this whole cannibal claim, Terry's just pulling out of her ass. It's just a stereotype. Oh, look at these islanders out in the Pacific. They're all just a bunch of cannibalistic barbarians.
Or
It's
maybe
just
they
a
just eat the
stereotype.
rats.
It's a stereotype from like the 1800s, which, I mean, given her wardrobe, isn't all that surprising. But I mean, come on, Terry.
Okay.
You like to prop yourself up as like an educated person, but you're speaking nothing but ignorance here.
I just use that as a a standard example of just a remote tribe that hasn't heard the gospel. But you know what? Like I said, we're living in a time
like
we have internet connection, we have instant access to information. They could get a phone from they could get a Razor, like an old school Razor flip phone, and
you think it would
read
work?
the Bible.
Tribe, these island tribes can get cell phones.
Oh, we could drop some
Yeah.
Razor phones
How?
on them. That's
How
a
are they
good
going to get cell
idea.
phones?
Can you pause? I love how Lupin's primitivistic brain that hasn't evolved since before the North Sentinelese first came to their island. Like, his way of thinking is like, oh, well, they're not going to get the new cell phones. That's too advanced for them. But if we send them some Razor phones or Nokias, they'll just pick that up right away. It's like, no, they won't. That's like saying, oh, we're not going to give them M16s. We'll just give them freaking flintlocks instead. It's like, yeah, the principles are still the same, dipshit. I'm sorry, this is a PG show.
Just look at them.
So retarded.
Some of those Nokia phones,
No, you said that they can get cell phones. Like, they don't even know what a cell phone is, though. So how are they going to seek out a cell phone?
I'm pretty sure they could figure it out eventually.
Bro, they haven't figured out fire. Okay? They haven't.
What about the batteries and the payment plan or what have you? All these things.
Yeah, like, okay, so let me get this straight. We're gonna drop them a cell phone. Is the cell phone already gonna be powered? Is it gonna have battery that's already charged? Like, are they gonna figure out how to turn it on before they just throw it up against a fucking tree and smash the screen to a million pieces?
AT&T or like Metro?
It's just
You didn't get
like,
no service
if you,
from
it's one of those things that if you literally take more than half a second and think about it, it sounds like an idea that you would hear from a third grader.
Thanks, Logan, for playing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
The fact that Terry was like backing him up on that is just ridiculous. And I'm sure she's going to say after the fact that it was trolling or something like that, because that's always the cop out from what Brett Keane called mental midgets. It's one of my favorite Brett Keane terms, a mental midget. But yeah, that's always what these people say afterwards when it's just revealed that their position is asinine and doesn't make any sense. Oh, it was just a joke, bro. No, you guys were serious about this. You had no sense of irony whatsoever when you were making the statements that you were.
Aiden, question.
Read a book, Terry. Yeah, go ahead, Christian.
Would you go to North Sentinel Island if given the opportunity?
No, I don't think I would. No. Because I don't want to be speared on a beach.
All right, take away arrows. Would you contact them or leave them uncontacted?
Did I say arrows or did I say spears, Christian?
Okay, skip.
Do you think they shoot do you think they shoot spears out of their bows, Christian? Is that how you think that works?
Shoot words out of your mouth, Aiden.
Yeah, I do. I do it better than you too.
I'm trying to say, if there was no danger involved, as a scientifically minded person, would you contact them or leave them uncontacted?
I mean, if there was no danger whatsoever and they were amenable to having contact, then I would do so at a distance because I don't want to give them any of the 37 different deadly diseases that are probably swimming around in my gut biome right now. But yeah, I mean, like if they were
Would you
open to
build
some
Trump
form
Tower?
of contact, I would at least try to communicate with them in some way, shape, or form.
What the?
Trump Gaza?
I mean, they would be a really fascinating insight. Like the idea that there are still people on this planet that are born, live, and die in that kind of
Without cell
lifestyle.
phones.
I know, without cell phones. It's deeply fascinating
cell
to me.
phones.
So I would.
Or at the worst, I mean, maybe they just have androids, but like I said, without
So
cell phones.
I think that they should just behead Christian. I think they should just behead him. Everyone else is fine, but like Christian, I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket to Iran, buddy. How does that sound?
I mean,
there's
knowing
a-
me, I'd probably go.
There's a danger, I think, that if they get in contact with modern society, their society might collapse because of that, right? I
Right.
think there's
That's why I
always
was.
a danger that.
What the
I
heck
was
is
saying
that?
that like limited contact. I wouldn't want to go on the frickin' island and start mingling with them or anything like that. I would want a very minimalistic kind of form of contact.
What is that, Logan?
Oh, somebody found on Facebook.
Is it a zombie walk? One of those zombie walks
Yeah.
they did? Oh, okay.
What I
Yeah.
think they should do is, you know, those drone light shows that they have? They should take those drone light shows and they should act out the entire Bible via drone light show for those people. How is that still somehow a more intelligent idea than dropping cell phones on them? Like I was saying that as a joke, and then I realized, wait, that would actually be more effective.
It would be more effective, yeah.
Just throw them a few iPads.
I miss Outcast.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. Yeah, Deviant. Deviant, as a student of history, as somebody who's made the study of history your actual career over the course of your life, would you say that people just tend to like randomly, intuitively figure out technology that's way more advanced than that?
What?
If you
What?
dropped a cell phone on the Egyptians, would they know how to use it?
No.
They'd figure it out. Come on. They'd figure it out.
No.
What?
Also, how? I mean,
What?
How would it even work? They don't have electricity. They couldn't charge them.
That's why you drop like 30 cell phones so that when the first one dies, they can go to the next one.
Oh, and then use all of the cell phone towers that were definitely around.
Browse ancient Egyptian Reddit. I imagine that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, there is a reason that we see this gradual development of our technology. Like you go from the steam engine and the spinning jenny, and then you have the combustion engine and trains, and it's a gradual thing. The first railroads were horse driven.
Right.
They didn't drop a high speed air
Locomotive.
rail train in the middle of nothing in the US and just, figure it out.
Like, even reverse engineering other technology is still very challenging to do, especially as that technology gets more advanced. Like, the top scientists of the Soviet Union had an extremely, extremely hard time cracking IBM computers past the 1980s because they were just getting so advanced so quickly that they couldn't keep up with it. So when you're talking about people that are already scientifically literate, that understand the scientific method and understand reverse engineering, and they can't figure that out, I'm a little incredulous over the idea that a group of tribes people who haven't even figured out how to light a fucking fire and keep it sustained.
Behind you.
I mean, they would probably use it as some sort of, I don't know, if a phone just dropped from the sky, it's possible they would make it into some sort of idol if they already had like an idea of stones dropping down, but they would pretty soon notice that it didn't have quite the same characteristics as stone.
Right.
Aiden.
I imagine, just real quick, Gigi, I imagine that they would feel its hardness, and from the hardness they would make the determination, oh, I could probably use this as a tool of some kind.
Exactly.
And they would use it to try to like crack the shell of a crab, or
then it would break.
Yes.
And they would say, this is a ridiculous stone that we have no use for, and they would
I
throw
cut
it
myself
into the
on it
woods.
after it broke. This is useless. This is getting thrown into the ocean.
Yeah.
Lupin's behind you, man.
I don't want Lupin to ever be behind me once in my life. I don't want that.
Okay, here's something even worse, Aiden. You're in his eye. Oh, not
No.
anymore. But
No.
You know the
Gangster Ghost. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Logo.
You know the series Maya the Bee? It was a cartoon in the 80s. And there was a character which was a fly. And he always had these big glasses.
Oh, yeah. I imagine that fly is still more intelligent than Lupin.
Maybe that was not running in Canada or USA, right?
It probably also was running after I was born or before I was born.
Yes, decades maybe before.
It's sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm like a decade younger than the second oldest or second youngest person in this community.
I saw parts. I saw the video that AJ put up yesterday, I think.
Even skeptical.
I don't know the background, but what I do know is that it's definitely an issue for him that we are talking about him now. And to that, I would like to say, if you stop acting like a complete effing Nimrod and stop putting your face into other people's business and stop lying about them, maybe people wouldn't talk so much about you. If you removed yourself from this community completely, Lupin, we wouldn't talk about you. Or we would talk nicely about you if you were nice back.
I was about to say, like, I think he has it in his head that we can only talk negatively about him and that that's the only possible option for like how we deal with him. But no, I promise you that like if you started operating with intellectual honesty and you started like opening a book and actually researching the things that you like to gab off about all the time, and like you just took a few basic steps in order to orient yourself towards a decent conversation, then people would take the time to do the same for you.
Exactly.
I don't know. All this crap aside, like I know me and Terry have this weird pseudo beef going on or whatever, but like you could do better, Terry. That's all I'm saying. Like you can do significantly better.
For sure. Terry, you don't want someone like Lupin. He's not going to contribute to your life with anything positive. There are a lot of guys out there who would and who would appreciate you for all that you are. Lupin would just whine and complain and probably make everything into your fault because he's never taken responsibility for a single thing he's ever done to someone.
Gangster, can you quickly share picked a link? I posted something in private chat. Oh, I know it's just a cheap shot at poor little Lupin, but to see that what I'm talking
Poor
about.
innocent little Lupin, the sapling that he is.
Oh, now I recognize him. I wasn't sure who or what you were talking about there, Mr. Logo. But I do recognize him. He's a bit too happy, though.
Yeah, it's a happy Lupin. Yeah, happy Lupin. Not a sad Lupin.
Don't be a sad Lupin.
Lupin, be a
Thank you for sharing.
My only contention with this being Lupin is that this creature can probably still see its toes when it looks down. Whereas I can't be so sure when it comes to Lupin Tupin. Oh, Dan's gonna get on my case for fat shaming again. No, but Mr. Logan.
Oh.
I've sent you something on Messenger that I would like you to play.
Okay.
Because most Alex Jones edits on the internet are aggressively unfunny, but this is one of the rare ones that is actually funny.
Intriguing.
Deviant's like, well, he's never steered me wrong for videos so far.
Right? Or I can never, ever complain.
That's not how you open a can of pickles. No. There's no pop when she opens it. Pop. You pop them open. You pop them open. You pop them, pop them. You don't turn them like it's peanut butter or jelly or something. Can we zoom in on this? You have to pop it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to pop it. Pop. It's pop. It's vacuum sealed. It's vacuum sealed. Pop, pop. You open it by pressuring down and popping. Look at that. I can't even really get it open because my hands are wet. Good God. I can't even open this. This is real. This is really happening. I can't even open this. Look at the sweat there. I couldn't open it. That's not.
The first time I saw
about that,
he was. That is a real.
What does he think that means? Because with Alex Jones, there's always a deeper meaning.
Of course there is. Of course
There's
there is.
always something very nefarious.
I love how he calls it a can of pickles too. Like it's not a can.
It's a jar. Yay!
But wait, the first time I saw that and it zoomed into the black and white photo of Hillary.
Right, that's the
I
best
freaking
part.
died.
Is that before or after the frogs turn gay?
Probably after.
See, that's a decent clip of Alex Jones. But the thing, my favorite, Alex Jones is at his best when he's talking about something that's aggressively mundane, but he makes it into something that's like horrible and nefarious. That's when Alex Jones is at his best, in my view.
But he is a horrible POS.
Oh yeah. In his early career, he actually had some like integrity. That's the thing that like is sad to me. Is like when he covered things like Waco and whatnot, like he was actually like trying to get the scoop on it and trying to inform people about stuff. But I feel like somewhere along the line, he just realized there was a lot more money to be made sensationalizing crap. So,
did he cover Waco?
Pretty sure he covered Waco. Yeah.
Wasn't Waco?
Like this was back when he was like an actual journalist. Like this was back before he had InfoWars or any of that crap.
What? Because wasn't Waco like 97.
I believe so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, this is
It
early
was
Alex
even
Jones.
earlier, 93. 93.
I know it was during the Clinton administration.
Yeah.
Best president.
Yeah.
Big fat mama. I knew you were going to do that.
And that was horrible. That Waco thing was just, I mean, the government handled that so badly. But I don't, I also blame David Koresh, of course, as well. But the government did handle it badly.
Was it Waco or was it
did.
Ruby Ridge that he covered? Now I'm wondering if it was Ruby Ridge that he covered.
I think it was Waco. I'm thinking it was Waco because he is from Texas.
Yeah, but how old is he? Because I don't think he's that much older than I am.
He's probably late 50s or...
Oh, is he that?
Yeah, Alex Jones is in his 50s or 60s.
But Miss Outcast, you're only 21.
Right. I forgot.
He's 51.
Oh, yeah, so 74. He's 74. So he's 4 years older than me.
So he was absolutely old enough during Waco to like be a journalist and cover it and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 21.
That's not all that young for a journalist.
I mean, don't journalists in the US go to college to become journalists?
You think that the United States has educational standards for anything deviant? I mean, like...
I forgot.
They haven't even built a freaking particle accelerator yet, Deviant, and they're the wealthiest country in the world by far.
Well, C Science did a new video. Oh, he's C Science.
What is it?
I don't know. By the way,
C Science is. Oh, I'm sorry, Logan, but I have something to add there. C Science is under the impression that creationist videos are getting. Somehow YouTube isn't choosing creationist videos to promote through their algorithm or what have you.
Maybe less and less people are interested in subscribing to the fantasy factory that is creationist YouTube. Like maybe that's the case.
So, Alex Jones went to Anderson High School and graduated in 93.
Steve Anderson has his own high school?
He also makes the claim, Deviant, that before the age of 16 years old, that he slept with over 300 women. He makes that claim unironically.
I'm gonna call BS.
What? Well,
it's just a hunch.
Are you gonna call that guy Lewis?
You know, I thought that like bagging one woman by 16 was like a good achievement, but here's Alex Jones.
B.S. Lewis. Are you gonna call him?
Oh, B.S. Lewis.
Who are you gonna call? B.S. Lewis. B.S. Lewis. I'm sorry, I'm done.
to just add to that, he graduated high school the same year that Waco was, and which sounds kind of weird.
I ain't afraid of no BS.
Oh, yeah. Right. Wait. 9. I was thinking backwards earlier, as I usually do. He was 19. Then he attended Austin Community College District, which I have no. Or if
at least the atheists are starting to admit that they're thinking backwards.
Or if it's in Austin Community College.
Okay, I got some info. On the Waco thing. So the Waco siege at the Branch Davidian complex near Waco, Texas, had an impact on Jones. It ended on April 1993, near the end of Jones's senior year of high school, with a substantial fire and a significant number of fatalities. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, these events only confirmed his belief in the inexorable progress of unseen malevolent forces. It was at this time he started to host a call-in show on public access television in Austin.
So I might have been thinking of Ruby Ridge, because I'm pretty sure Ruby Ridge happened after Waco.
Oh, good question.
They were pretty
God, I
close
thought
to each other from my recollection.
Yeah, I think they were close to each other. Let's see.
Like, it was a really bad time to be in the American government when all this was happening, because like, people point to 9/11 as the big definitive moment that people's trust really eroded in the government. And I mean, yeah, if you want to point to any one event, that would probably be the one. But there was a lot going on in the 90s that already eroded public trust in the government by quite a bit.
And that was, I don't know, but, oh, who's this guy?
August 92 is Ruby Ridge.
Oh, so it was before. Okay.
Does anyone know who this guy is?
Frizzledick.
Who is that?
I don't know.
He sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons character.
Hello, everyone. I am Frizzledick the Bard.
Yeah, I'm with BBM. I think it's rather a wizard than a bard.
Nah, that's a bard. 150%.
Wine and cheese?
Gigi has the Catholic Wine and Cheesy show.
What?
Dan, why don't you come on here for once instead of...
Yeah, come on here, Dan. The water's warm.
Oh, what Orthodox wine and cheese?
And
He's
yeah, come
just
on,
trying
Dan.
to stir things up as per usual.
We promise Aiden didn't pee in the pool.
I'm not the one known for peeing in the pool, all right? That's somebody else in this community.
Yeah, don't get that rumor started.
Oh. But, Aiden, do you seen that show, Wildheart show earlier? I hope he's alright.
Why? What happened?
He was acting weird. I think he...
Like, was he like being erratic? Or?
They said he was going to call the suicide hotline.
Jeez.
Or that he did, right, Logan? Or what?
Yeah,
Did you see it?
I think the video looked like he was talking to someone.
When was this? When was this?
Way earlier. Miss Mod sent me the video.
Was it last night or yesterday?
Early this morning, I think.
Well, I hope he's doing better.
This is one of the things that makes me so freaking upset. He's been on, and I'm not saying it's anyone hears that it's their fault. I'm just saying the bullying that I have seen of Wildheart in the last couple of weeks when he's been in here is just...
I mean, like, there was some crap that Tim said to him that was just unacceptable.
Yeah, but it's yeah, sure. But it's not just been that. It's been on several occasions.
Deviant, are you including me in this? It's okay if you are. I just want to know.
I'm not sure. I hope not. Maybe you were on the panel when I said that I didn't appreciate the bullying of him. If so, I am. I'm sorry. But if so,
no, it's... I mean, I don't recall ever saying anything to Wildheart that wasn't a direct reciprocation of what he had first said to me. But, I mean, if I did say something untoward to him, then I'll take responsibility for it. I just don't recall ever saying, like, some of the crap that there was Tim and there was somebody else that was on with him. Yeah, Tim and Bruce were just like taking turns just freaking grilling the guy for like half an hour straight.
So he's live right now, and I think, is that his mom that's on? Logan, you're there. Is that his mom on the phone? She said she's never seen him this bad.
Oh.
What is he
he's
live?
live right now.
Wildheart. This makes me worried.
Oh. I always try to be nice to Wildheart.
I know that that's why I said that I'm not pointing fingers.
Well,
though, in a way, I think in general, we as a whole needs to be better at pointing out and putting our foot down when there are like obvious attacks on someone, because so when there were less people, when we were a smaller community, we all know each other for a long time, and we engage both on and offline. But so we often have like we have a sense where each other are if we're in a good place or a bad place. But as this community grows, we won't be as knowledgeable about how people are actually feeling, and someone can show up and seem to be in a good place, but that's the outward, not the public persona. I mean, I wouldn't want to go on when I was completely down, though I have, but only because I know you guys would make me feel better, and you always have, without me having to like point it out or anything. Just being in your company always perks me up. So I'm just saying this as a general general contemplation that I think that's important for all online communities, to not accept like straight. It's one thing to have harsh discussions and calling people out and that sort of thing. That's one thing. But again, what I have seen the last couple of weeks, and as I said, it wasn't just that show when I wrote in the chat that I didn't appreciate the bullying of him. Because the reason I wrote it was that I realized again, this happens again, and it's been several people involved in it, and I don't think anyone really has ill will in mind when they do it, but when people are like laughing and talking about him like he wasn't there, and
I disagree. I think some
Why?
people do have ill will in heart. I think Bruce, at the very least, has ill will at heart when it comes to Wildheart. I mean, like, what happened with him and Bruce, with Tim and Bruce, Tim isn't usually as nasty as he was in that conversation, but it was 100% a case where Bruce fanned the flames of Tim's criticisms of Wildheart and just made them way harsher than they had any right to be whatsoever. And I mean, unfortunately, Bruce has a very long storied history of finding a flaw in someone and endlessly poking and prying and prodding at that flaw to undermine that person and undermine their credibility and undermine their ability to even have an opinion in the first place.
Can you say that last part again?
Oh, I said that he has a long history of finding a flaw with somebody and poking and prodding and just doing everything he possibly can to pry at that flaw
to be used as a means of disqualifying them from having an opinion, from disqualifying them from being able to dispute what Bruce is saying on anything. Like, he just uses it to beat people down. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, we need to take a stance where something like that is happening, where we put our foot down and say enough is enough. Because Bruce doesn't ever say anything personal about himself, because he knows full well that he doesn't want what comes around to go around on him. He knows and understands intuitively that it is a bad thing to have happen to you. He just doesn't want it done to him.
I mean, that is true. I don't know how conscious he is.
I mean, I think he's definitely aware of it, because we've made him aware of this tendency that he has. Like, it's not like he's just totally ignorant of any idea or notion that he's going around doing this. It's been made very apparent to him on numerous occasions that he almost gets off just going on these live streams and browbeating people and making them feel inferior to him.
Aww.
Yeah, I think you have something. There is something to that.
I think you have.
What? Oh, it's me.
I hope he's all right. He's just adorable little guy. You give her hugs. He's just so adorable, buddies. Lovable little guy.
I'm glad his mom is there.
Yeah, she's there. Hope he's all right. Hope she can.
I don't think a live stream is a very good platform to facilitate those kind of issues. And I don't say that because of Wildheart or anything. I say that because he's opening himself up to people's criticism when he's that public and open with that kind of stuff. And I'm concerned for his well-being through that lens.
Me too.
Hope he's all right. Just adorable buddies. Lovable guy. Oh, sorry. Anyone there?
Yeah.
Are you here, Big Bad Mama?
We are both Big Bad Mama and
I'm here. I was just listening he's talking to his mom now.
Oh, he's all right and stuff?
He's having a cigarette. Seems like he's kind of calmed down some.
Well, that's good. Hope he's all right. Hope she can get some help to help him.
But his mom's trying to grab something. I don't know if it's what, but
he should maybe take some time off from the internet.
Maybe this is his only place where he has social contact and friends, though.
Yeah.
Where did Aiden go? He disappeared. Oh, Dane, join us, Dane.
I spoke out against that too, Deviant, when I saw that stuff happening. And to me, the worst thing was what Tim was saying about how he's, making his mother sad and he's a reprobate. And there's the Scoobs. Which I just was, that just sickened me. It's like, you can't have that level of intimacy where you can talk about stuff like that with people that you only know from the internet, or from streams. You don't have that right to really say anything about somebody's personal life like that.
No.
Well, and it's at a level where it's not being said to try and convince him of anything. It's just being said because it's a cruel thing to say.
It's righteous, it's like it's
Sorry.
it's a religious person being righteous, and they're basically saying, I did, I got through my issues, why can't you? And I don't know, go ahead, Deviant.
No, I was just gonna say you're spot on with it's this unfounded self-righteousness that somehow makes it okay to berate people and not care about their actual well-being. Comes more from a place of I am better than you.
Yeah, what I find a little pity is that there are topics that can't be discussed in such a community, right? Without being made fun of. And it's,
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was nice to him. I thought he's a lovable little guy and stuff.
Oh, you've never been mean to him. I mean, I've only seen like Bruce and Tim, and I don't know. It looked like he was in a weak and vulnerable state, and they were kind of like
Gangster Ghost, if somebody tried to break into your house, you would put a pot of coffee on for them. Okay, nobody thinks that you're a bad person or that you're treating anybody badly. Trust me.
Oh, thank you.
And especially if the person's, they see a person that's kind of in a weakened state and they're an atheist, that's like, fodder then for them to like go in and thinking they're doing some good, thinking that that's a time when they can maybe change their opinion about religion, but it's really the time when they should be empathetic and just compassionate as people to, as human to human.
Well, yeah, because they know that people are not typically amenable to the ideas of Christianity when they're in a good state in life. Like, you never hear any of these guys in this community go, everything was going great in my life, and then I converted to Jesus. No, that's never the case. It's always the case of, I was down on my luck, or I was, my wife left me, or something horrible happened in my life, and then I found Jesus after all this trial and tribulation. Yeah. Like, it's just like, doesn't that say something to people though? Like, I know that like Christians try to use that as like, oh, well, he got me out of these hard times and everything's better now that I ended up finding Jesus. Why couldn't you find him when things were going well in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I actually had a short conversation with Bruce yesterday. I can't really recall exactly where it started or how it started. Oh yeah, it had to do with the abortion, and I was saying if I had been if I had become pregnant like 10, 15 years ago, it wouldn't have been right for me to bring that child into the world because I couldn't take care of myself because of how I was feeling. And both Tim and Bruce, but Bruce then took over, were saying that strike Tim. I'm not sure if he strike that. I might be very, but at least Bruce was saying that if I only had the Holy Spirit in me, I would be cured from PTSD. And actually we talked about it because it made me very not happy. I wasn't super upset because he said similar things to me before, and we have kind of thought about it. Not thought. with F about it, and I actually managed this time to communicate to him that he has to realize that him saying those things, even though I understand why he does it, it's not an okay thing to say to someone who is opening themselves up. And
Your first priority. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
go ahead and finish. Your first priority when somebody shares something deeply personal with you should never be, how can I use this confession from this person as a springboard to convince them of something? That is the last thing that should be on your mind while somebody is confessing something that's deeply private and deeply personal to you. You should confide in that person with empathy and understanding and try to provide some kind of solace to that person. That should be your first priority. But unfortunately, these people have programmed into their heads that no, that shouldn't be my first priority. My first priority should be trying to make a new convert.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct.
You were going to say something, Mr. Logo.
Hey, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Claude is talking about Sanger.
See, the thing I've been trying to communicate to people like Tim and Bruce is that you are never going to convince somebody of something by foisting the idea on them in a way that will convince you. That's never going to work. Sure, that way of thinking might have convinced you, but unless you manage to roll the proverbial dice and find somebody whose brain chemistry and life experiences and way of looking at the world aligns exactly with you, they're probably going to approach it in a different way. And none of these people ever seem to tailor their approach towards that person's way of thinking. And to me, you can only think at that point, well, is their priority really trying to convince them? Like, I have to ask that at a certain level, because if you're taking what is probably the most inefficient method as far as winning people over is concerned, then that's like hiring a landscaping company to deal with your lawn. You know, you hire them to cut your lawn, and they start doing it with a pair of scissors. You know, like, you have to question at a certain level, are they actually trying to cut the lawn? Or is there an ulterior motive at play here?
So are they Dan?
That's right, yes.
Then they will come with Roundup Ready.
Oh.
Right?
Claude, you talked about the interview with Sandra? What interview? Do you know, Big Bemo?
You don't know what you're saying, David.
I don't know.
Oh, is he all right?
Who, Wildheart?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it. I mean, his mom's there with him, which is good, and she's holding him. And but some of the people in the chat are just being horrible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's reading it, but at some point he probably will read it.
I have to leave a little earlier today. So thank you. See you guys.
Bye, Logo. Good to see you.
Bye.
Take care, Logo.
Bye. Take
care. Bye.
Hope he's all right. He's a good little buddies. I would say he's a good little guy. He's just adorable little buddies. And I did tell him I hope he's all right and gets help. And I want him to be alive. He's a good buddies.
Yeah, you've been good to him. I mean, you let him on your show and stuff, and I've never heard you say anything mean about him.
Oh, thank you. He's a good little guy.
I know he's rubbed some people the wrong way, but I mean, there's a bigger picture.
No.
I mean, he's really hurting himself, and he probably at least needs to know that people like care about him as opposed to like maybe some things he said in the past. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope he's all right. He's a good little guy.
I mean, I do agree ultimately with the sentiment that, you know, he does need to make a couple of changes to things, but that can come when he's in a better state where he can actually begin approaching those. You know, like, I can't imagine that his current lifestyle is conducive to a positive viewpoint of things, but in order to address the lifestyle, you first need to be in a suitable enough mental state to actually have the willpower and fortitude to be able to move forward with addressing that stuff. So when people come at him and say, oh, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do this to improve your life, well, how about you worry about that when the guy isn't in this kind of state, you know?
Right.
Well, Tim's in the comments.
Like, I don't doubt that somebody like Tim has in his mind when he talks with Wildheart about some of this stuff, because I've heard him talking about it. And I don't doubt that part of him really does want Wildheart to get better and for him to improve himself. But there's ways of getting him to improve himself that doesn't involve foisting your religion that he's already very explicitly expressed and disinterest in. You know, like, there's other ways of approaching him getting in a better state of mind.
Yeah.
Aiden, what did I say? What you been doing all day, little guy?
I am walking the Scooby right now.
Well, but Fire Charles in the comments.
He might go on a run if I take him to the PARK. I will be sure to record that if he does.
What about this? Like a Alex Jones type guy. Well, like this.
He looks like Alex. Have you ever seen that Simpsons episode with Bart's evil twin? Gigi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lupin is like Alex Jones's Bort. I think that's his name, or it's some other kind of name that his evil twin has. I forget.
I'm not sure, but the Bort thing that came from the this other video where.
Oh, is that from the license plate thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's named Bort? Come over here, Bort. Are you talking to me? No, my son is also named Bort.
The evil twin was in the Treehouse of Horror, and there's another one where him and Lisa both had a twin.
The evil twin one is probably one of my favorite Treehouse of Horrors, because as a kid, it actually kind of spooked me a little bit.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, you could say it was a Simpsons season 0.
Yeah, you're talking about the Tracy Ullman shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some of those. They're kind of rough. Whoa, what happened?
What?
What happened?
What?
What happened?
I'm freaking gonna go over to.
What happened? I'm not looking at the comments.
Someone in Wildheart's chat, which is Bro Joe's, who's been here a couple of times. Bro Joe's 420 Cafe.
Right.
I told Terry, because I have to close off the sound there. She said that he should get his ashes in order or something to that account, and people are like, oh, you should say sorry to your mom, la 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 la. People are being really, really horrible.
This is why I said what I did about him not doing this online. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know. And I then told, because Terry said, but no one, I said, don't push a man who's already fighting to keep standing. And she said, no one's been pushing him. And I said, I would try to explain it in a less confrontational way. Like speaking to someone who's been battling suicidal ideations myself for years on end, what he needs isn't to be told to get a grip. What he needs is to be encouraged to seek professional help. I only want what's best for Wildheart. I think you do too. And Brojo's answer is, but if he has already decided, how much time and energy just one spend into someone like that?
Oh my God. Really? Really?
Yes.
You're gonna pull this? He's pulling the sunk cost fallacy argument on somebody that's
on
suicidal.
A human being. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I thought Brojo was pretty chill. I've never had a non-chill interaction with Brojo before. What the hell? Bro, that's not okay at all. That is not what you say to somebody in that state of mind. If you think that it's not worth the time, then what the F are you doing in his chat?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's not worth your time, then how about you don't be a cruel piece of garbage, and instead you just F off and go do something else in your life? Like, are you hog-tied to the chair, forced to watch the stream with only the solace of having the keyboard to gab off in chat? No. You're an autonomous human being. Go do something else with your time if you're really going to be that hostile about it, bro. Like, that's really disheartening to me. God, the amount of people that have come into this community that just have no empathy whatsoever. It's disgusting.
Yo, gangster.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. How's your day?
It's been good, little guy.
That's good.
Hey, what's the title of the stream again?
March Madness.
What was the thing about? What was the transgender? Whose mic is that? Can you stop?
What?
Can you mute whoever's mic that is?
You can just ask the person to mute their mic as well, Claudio. You could do that.
Or who? I don't know. I don't know if they're there. Or if they
Yeah,
know
why would you ask them? Why would you ask them to exercise some common courtesy when you could just demand that they be muted?
Ghost,
Yeah.
Can you turn down his
Yeah,
mic?
can you mute him? Can you mute him, please? Can you mute him? I'm gonna
Just turn
whine
down
and
his
complain
volume a
now
little
for the
bit,
next
please.
10 minutes. Gangster Ghost, don't listen to this joker, okay? He thinks he can come into your show and dictate how things go. Shut up, Claudio. Hey, Claudio, we've got bigger fish to fry than worrying about whatever irrelevant crap that you came here to talk about. So how about you go away? How about you go away? How about you go away? How about you go somewhere else and go bother some other group of people?
Can you lower
Hey,
my
Gangster
volume
Ghost,
down?
could you please not listen to a single thing that this dirtball of a human being has to say? I would appreciate that.
Okay, hold on. What's
What are
wrong,
you
little
going to do? Huh?
What's wrong, little guy?
His mic volume's too high.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the way
Yeah.
up.
Lupin, we're
No,
kind of
it's not.
concentrating on Wildheart.
Yeah,
He's
we're
having
worrying
a
about something else,
health,
so shut
health
up and go away,
crisis.
Claudio.
He's having a health crisis right now, just so you know.
So go
what
away.
about those transgenders?
You're not interested in talking about that. You want to talk about something completely irrelevant, so go away.
Yeah.
Somebody's
I wanna
currently dealing with
talk about-
suicidal ideation, and all you want to talk about are transgenders. Yeah, that's really good of you, Claudio. Real good humanity you're demonstrating there, you piece of garbage.
If I hung around this audience, I would probably want to commit
Yeah,
suicide.
yeah, well, you are. For some reason, you do hang around this audience like a malignant cancer.
I just want to say hello to Gangster.
A miasma that just poisons the air of everywhere that you deign to drift into.
Okay, hold on.
Are you going to lower his mic and let me talk?
No, he's not, Claudio.
Are you
So
not,
how about you
Gangster?
go away? How about you go away?
I'm going to let Gangster answer.
I think he would have. I think if he wanted my mic to be lowered, he already would have lowered it, Claudio. So stop trying to put pressure on him to do what you want. You've already made it abundantly clear that you wanted my mic lowered, so you asking him to do it over and over again is just expressing a pressure that you're trying to put on Gangster Ghost to do what you want to do. No, you're not in charge of this show. Stop trying to dictate how people operate on this show. No, you're the one that came in here with a demand, dipshit. All right, that was you.
I said hello.
You're the one that came in here and deigned that I needed to be lowered, that my mic volume be lowered. So shut up and go talk about transgender crap with somebody else because we got bigger fish to fry than your retarded ass. All right, so get gone. Get gone. Goodbye.
How you doing, Gangster?
Goodbye, Claudio. Goodbye.
Gangster.
Hey, can we get back to talking about Wildheart rather than talking about this crap? Because that's a lot more important. Gangster Ghost, have you been watching Wildheart?
I've seen on there. It just breaks my heart. I hope he's alright.
How is he doing right now?
Last I checked, he was doing alright.
Could you go and check his stream right now?
I'm watching it. They were checking.
Yeah.
The one that kept talking
They were
mess to
calling
him?
somebody.
So you're going to be responsible for part of his suicide? That's funny.
How is that
You're a
exactly?
pathetic human.
How is that? How is that? Is that the most hurtful thing that you could come up with saying, Claudio? Is that the best that you could come up with in that moment? Come on, you could come up with something even. No, come on, Claudio. Come on, you could get even more dirty and disgusting and horrible than that, Claudio. Come on, sink even lower, you piece of garbage. Come on, Claudio, you've got worse than that. You're gonna pray for him with a meaningless gesture. No, come on. Say something even worse about Wildheart. Come on, say something even worse about him. Come on, go ahead.
I'll pray for Wildheart.
Go ahead. No, you care about him so much. That's why you said what you just did, right? You charlatan. Shut up. You don't care about anybody but yourself. You never have. Your entire life has been nothing but you trying to look after you and nothing else. All right? So you don't have the least bit of concern for anybody that's past the bridge of your nose, you sad sack of a human being.
Even after we explain to him what's happening, he insists on bringing up something completely different.
Good. I'm glad he's gone.
What did he say?
He said that I'm apparently responsible for part of his suicide.
Give me a break.
Because I got into it because I said for him to shut the fuck up after he told me to shut the fuck up, and we both made it explicitly clear to each other that we were just joking about it.
Yeah,
No,
you
but
guys
that
have
means that
gotten
I'm
beyond
partially
that.
responsible for it.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Hope he's alright.
Yeah, there's nobody on the screen now. It's just showing his couch. So I don't know if they went somewhere or what. They were on the phone to some sort of a health professional, though, I think. Right, Logan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this morning, Miss Mod sent me the link to his channel. She was on there talking to him. He was acting weird. I looked at the video. Yeah, he was acting weird. He talked to someone on the phone, and they say he should go to the hospital, I think. And then his mom showed up, and It was weird. He was acting weird, and it was about as he tried to poor mom himself or something. It was all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy stuff, but he was acting weird. I hope he's all right.
Freaking Claudio wants to come in here and talk about transgender crap while somebody's dealing with this kind of crap. Like, good job, Claudio. Have some freaking humanity. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, thank you very much for coming on and demonstrating the inhumanity that crops up in this community. The utter lack of any kind of empathy or care for anybody beyond you and what you want. Thank you for serving as such a good example.
Are you there?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay. It was crazy. Oh,
Hope he went to get some help. I'm not sure where they went.
me too. He's just
He
a
left
lovable
his
dude.
phone. It seems like.
He's just such a lovable guy. Wildheart. Hope he's all right.
But Dan, you're not there. If you knew, you see, Dan Post is saying, Aiden sitting critiquing somebody who probably thinks they're helping Braveheart instead of being in the chat lovingly helping everybody help Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yeah, you care so much
Wildheart.
about Wildheart that you call him Braveheart,
Yeah.
Dan. Yeah, you care so much. Yeah, I guess you're in the chat of the channel whose name you just got wrong, right, Dan? Since you're here trying to criticize me for somehow doing something wrong, I'm sure if we go to Wildheart's chat, Dan Posey is going to be the first name that you find cropped up. No,
Yeah.
of course not,
No,
because he's
it's
too
not.
busy sitting here critiquing us.
And if he was there, he would probably join in with all of the assholes who's there right now and just making things worse.
Yeah.
I don't care that someone said, oh, you're new here, you don't know this happens, and he goes to rehab and then it happens again. Yeah, for F's sake, that's how dependency works.
Oh, yeah. I told
He is going to
Wildheart.
he's going to the hospital, by the way.
Okay, good.
That was the
good.
last thing they said before he was off the camera, that he was headed for the hospital.
But Missing Mod, can't you for a second put yourself in another person's mind and think, yeah, it's not okay that someone hits his mother, but this isn't the time to be beating down on someone who has suicidal ideations. That's how it gets into the news that someone killed themselves on freaking YouTube. You guys are disgusting.
And his mom even said this is the worst she's ever seen him. So this is not like hundreds of times before. His
No.
mom said that.
Oh, I hope he's all right.
No, but somebody's already tried talking to him, so it's not helping. So let's just give up on the guy, right? Let's just give up on him, and let's just stop talking to him, and let's just stop holding any kind of community with him because he said something that I didn't like on a YouTube live stream. What the hell's wrong with you people?
And I would like to know from Dan the Putz, you wrote, Aiden sounding better than Dow, D-O-W, I don't know what that is, just like Deviant, was talking about as she was throwing rocks. What?
Just a gobbledygook bunch of nonsense like it usually is out of Dan. Just word salad that doesn't mean anything beyond whatever facsimile of a mind that he has kicking around up there in that empty brain case of his.
Yeah, when I see, I would always try to be nice to him.
Me too.
Like me and Wildheart, like look, me and Wildheart have gotten into crap before where like, oh, he makes fun of me because he constantly says that I'm an American even though he knows that I'm not. And I'll do my British voice and I'll make a bunch of British stereotypes about him, I will. But like, I don't think if anybody could find an example, I would love to see it and take responsibility for it. But I've never said something untoward towards him.
You always play around and joke around. That's all. You're never mean to him.
No, I thought that he was. Go ahead.
I think that when I wrote that in chat and I said that maybe I am including you, that was more. Everyone, it was obvious that he wasn't in a good place. At least it was obvious for me. Maybe it wasn't for everyone else. But the rest of the panel was very much just beating down on him. So even though you might have been doing it from a playful place that you two used to like be, what's the word?
I never did it uninitiated. Like he would do something at me and I'd do something back at him because that was like the rapport that we had built up with each other at that point.
Rapport. That's the way. That's what I'm talking about.
And guys do that all the time. Like guys rib each other way more often than women do.
I know. I have like one friend who is a woman and she's my friend because she's married to my best friend who is not a woman. So I know how that works. But as I said, if you were on the panel at that time and did that thing, the only thing that I would then say is like, this might not have been the best moment to do that. And that, as I said, I don't remember if you were or were not. Something in the back of my mind tell me you were, and something in the back of my mind tell me you weren't. So I don't know.
Dan says, Adon telling Gigi not to listen to Aiden about not letting someone speak. Aiden is one of the biggest bullies here, but will not look into the mirror. No, I wasn't telling myself not to speak, Dan. That statement doesn't make any sense. Like, that's just a bunch of gobbledygook. But no, I was telling Gangster Ghost not to listen to Claudio because Claudio was trying to get Gangster Ghost to lower my volume because he wanted to come into the show and dictate how the show was ran. So I was telling him not to listen because, unlike you, Dan, I actually want Gangster Ghost not to be manipulated by people. So if you want to call me telling Gangster Ghost not to listen to a manipulation, then I guess I'm guilty as charged, dipshit. And by the way, before you get on my case about cussing on the show, look at what your good buddy Claudio just put in the chat. You gonna say anything against him? No, because you never get on anybody's case that's a Christian, Dan. You never ever hold any Christian to account for any action that they take because you're too busy browbeating the atheists all the time. That's all you're ever interested in. So this morality that you always talk about is some of the most subjective morality I've ever seen in my life because it's subject to whether or not you agree with Dan's stupid worldview or not.
Gigi.
I don't know if he's here or not, Tim.
Dan in the freaking chat. Muted. Aiden bullying Lupin on a show, worrying about somebody who drinks a lot committing suicide. Empty words from an atheist to make himself feel good. Dan, you're fucking one of the most hateful people in here.
I bullied him by telling him to stop focusing on empty transgender issues and instead start focusing on somebody who is suicidally idealistic. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Dan. Me trying to stop Lupin from focusing and shifting the show to a bunch of trivial crap that people are going to forget about a week from now is so horrible of me. You're right. I know all this is a game to people like you and Claudio, Dan, but some people are actually on here to take this seriously.
Are you right, Tim?
Well, I was trying to see what happened because it looks like somebody had timed out my comments, so I was trying to figure it out.
That wasn't me. I wasn't in the chat.
It wasn't me either. I think it was the Illuminati.
Probably.
Well, who's administrating? I mean, I was actually just thinking. I think it might have been Chuck because
No,
you're using Chuck's
nope,
secret.
it wasn't. It wasn't. I know who it was. I won't say who. It wasn't me. It wasn't Chuck. It wasn't anyone. It was you who wrote, Wildheart would never be okay until he believes the gospel. And then
Yeah, and it's a
giving
true
a Bible
statement.
verse. Exactly the sort of thing
You're going to get that
just
triggered
had
that you have
said
to
is
censor somebody
not
is kind of
okay
disgusting.
in
I'm
this
just stating my
situation.
opinion. Am I telling them to go, commit the act? No, I'm just speaking up for Jesus Christ. It's kind of disgusting that you would censor my comment over that.
But she just said that she didn't.
Well, whoever did.
It was Mark said it was him.
Oh, Mark, you're lost. I don't even think you're saved.
Tim.
Come on now.
No, he's always a hindrance to the gospel.
With
When does he
somebody
ever
that's
stand
in
up
a
for
state
Jesus
of mind.
Christ?
This is not the time to stand up for Jesus Christ, Tim. Okay? This is not the time to
I'm just
inculcate
providing a
somebody
witness.
with a bunch of
Someone that
religious dogma.
Someone that would want to silence the gospel and call themselves a Christian is not a Christian.
Tim.
It was your
when
timing.
somebody is in this state of mind, that's not the time to go
Is he
Bible
reading
thumping.
the comments? Is he here reading, or is he doing his thing on the other channel? Who
It
is this
doesn't
affecting?
matter. It doesn't
are you
matter.
you
There is a
Wildheart?
time
Are
and
you
space for
Wildheart?
everything.
Are you Wildheart? Why is it affecting you so much?
Because I care about Wildheart. I
And I
care
do
about
too.
all
I do
human
too, but,
beings.
in
I
my
care
view,
about
giving him the
someone's life
gospel-
more than I
Giving
care
the
about
gospel in
me being an
situations like this is
atheist.
important to get people thinking.
If you were in his position, Tim, I would
was in his
never
position
ever
and I
go
got
and say to you,
saved.
you need to
That's the
lose
difference.
that religion
I was in his
crap.
position and I got saved. That's the difference.
Yeah, you were.
I was
Tim,
exactly
if
like
you were
him.
if you were in his position, so if you were in his position and an Islamic cleric came up to you and started talking to you about Muhammad and started talking to you about all the virtues of Islam, then would you have been right to convert to Islam at that point?
Does Islam offer
Because you were in a
regeneration by the
desperate
power of
state
the
of
Holy
affairs.
Spirit?
That's not what I
Does Islam
asked.
offer
Not
regeneration by the power of the Holy Spirit? Does Islam offer a once and final sacrifice for one's sins? No, it does not.
Tim. What it does or does not offer is not germane to the point that I'm trying to make to you right now. The point that I'm trying to make to you is that when somebody is in this kind of state of mind, they need to be put in a place where they're not going to harm themselves or don't have the risk of harming themselves before you start saying all of that stuff to them. I'm not saying you can't. I would never say that. And I don't think Mark is trying to say that you can't either. As Big Bad Mama said, it was the timing that was the problem. Not the message, but the timing of it.
It's the perfect time. People are thinking about death. It's about time to preach the gospel.
So you didn't
Wildheart
listen to a
knows
single
the
thing I just said.
gospel. Wildheart knows
Because
the
it's null and
gospel.
void, dude. It's really null and void. The preaching of the gospel
Yeah.
should not be silenced. And it's kind
This
of
is what I
disgusting.
mean. This
It's
is what I mean when I
disgusting.
say that these people are programmed to totally disregard the first thing that somebody ought do when somebody is in this kind of situation,
So
which
you're
is
the
get them
arbiter.
off
So
of
you're-
that ledge.
so you're
Get
the
them off of
arbiter
that
of when is
ledge
the
and
right
try to
time.
comfort them.
The
Try to
non-Christian is the
comfort them
arbiter of when the
with
right
a
time is.
way. Yes, that's correct. I'm the official arbiter, Tim. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
Way
that's a
to
very
address everything that I was saying.
egocentric thing to say.
That I was being sarcastic, Tim. I'm not trying to put myself up as the arbiter.
Well, again, we'll stop with that crap. Who are you to say when the gospel
Well,
should be
who
preached or
are
not when you're not even
you?
a Christian?
Who are you? Who
I
are
read
you?
the Bible when the gospel
Who
is preached.
are you?
Do you know I can
The
show you
only thing you
examples when
can
someone
do
was ready to kill
Is
themselves and
be
they did get the gospel preached to
self-righteous
them?
with no founding to it. We are talking about another human being's
I'm
life,
literally
and
in
the
the
only
comment section
thing
preaching the
that's
gospel,
on your
and
mind
because you
is
guys
to
are like
transfer
acting
your
like snowflakes.
indoctrination
Hey,
onto
listen up,
someone
snowflake.
else.
Listen up, snowflake. Listen.
No, if you want to try to
Snowflake.
overtalk,
If
then I can
someone is a
overtalk
snowflake.
too. All right, I can
overtalking me.
overtalk if you're just gonna overtalk, bro. All right, I can
overtalking me. I was trying
filibuster
to
better
explain
than you
myself.
can.
She was overtalking me first.
You are saying the same thing the entire time,
All right,
and
so
you are
yeah,
not
Wildheart needs
listening
the
to
Lord Jesus
anything.
Christ.
You
Otherwise, he's
just
just gonna stay
interrupted me
devil-possessed and
once
play.
again because you're not interested
if he does
in
not accept
listening
the
to
Lord
me.
Jesus
Because
Christ,
I'm
he'll
a
burn in hell
woman and
forever.
you're a fucking
Believe on
misogynistic
the Lord
piece of
Jesus
crap.
Christ, and thou shalt be saved.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so
Believe on
saved
the Lord
now.
Jesus Christ, and
Whoa.
thou shalt be saved.
Wow, yeah, you're really gonna
That's
talk him off the ledge
ridiculous.
with that, Tim. You're
Believe
really
on the
gonna talk
Lord
him off the
Jesus
ledge
Christ,
with
and
that.
thou shalt be saved.
Sure,
You're only doing this to make
sure.
yourself feel better. That's the only reason
No,
why you're
I'm
doing
doing this
that.
because I mean it's ridiculous.
No, you're doing it because you've been programmed for your first instinct when you see a desperate person in desperate circumstances. No, it's what we're seeing in front of us right now, Tim. We're literally watching it happen in real time. The first priority that you have under these circumstances is to go and try and indoctrinate somebody else into your worldview. You do not care for the actual circumstances that that person is facing. You are instead content to just go on and say a bunch of platitudes that this man has already heard countless times in his life before. Every single thing that you're going to say about how he needs Jesus to be saved is something that Wildheart has already heard before, Tim. He's already heard it. So when you go out and say something like that,
trying to talk.
oh yeah. So you're all of a sudden really concerned.
Now you care, yeah.
Gigi's trying to talk.
Yeah.
Gigi wants me
You're real
unblocked.
selectively
I talked to Gigi.
concerned.
Yeah, Gigi wants me unblocked. So Mark, you should actually unblock me.
Gigi can unblock you himself.
He's not blocked. I checked. He's not blocked.
Was he timed out?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think so.
I think so.
I tried looking
Hey.
to see about the timeout, but I'm not very good at that. But
You
I
can't
did-
cancel a timeout, I don't think. I think if somebody does a timeout in the chat, then you can't have that
You can
undone.
lower the amount of time. You can lower the amount of time.
I
that
checked
timeout
in there. I
is.
don't know how to. It just says put on timeout.
Yeah, you see,
It doesn't-
Gigi doesn't know how, and
If
people
you
are taking
try
liberties with
if
his
you
stuff.
try timing him out for 60 seconds, that should restart the timeout timer to 60 seconds so that he can start talking in chat again after a minute.
I mean, that's what's got me the most angry is Gigi didn't want that going on, and Mark just takes liberties with Gigi's platform. That's pretty disgusting.
Is that true, Gigi? Did you not want Mark to do what he did?
I don't know what happened. I was busy.
See, he did without him even knowing.
He doesn't, Tim. He doesn't even know what happened. So don't try and come out here and
What do you
say that
mean?
he
He
was
didn't
against
know.
it when he didn't even know. So if he didn't know, then he wasn't against it because there was nothing for him to have even been known about it being against. So please don't put words in his mouth.
All right, so Gigi, do you want me unblocked or what?
All right, I put in 10 seconds.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I need
And
to-
also, can you make me an administrative moderator so Mark can't pull that crap?
No, come on. No.
Stop it.
No.
What?
That is not
What?
okay.
Me-
That is
me
not
wanting to-
okay.
me witnessing and
that
putting
is
Bible verses
not
in the chat?
okay. That is not
That is not okay.
You
Hold
are
on, this
trying
isn't
to
your channel,
manipulate
Gigi.
him right now.
Gigi.
This isn't your channel either, Tim.
Yeah, well,
this
I'm
isn't
asking
your
Gigi,
channel
aren't I?
either, bro.
He's
I'm
already
asking
made
Gigi,
the
aren't I?
decision.
I'm
It's
asking Gigi, aren't I?
You
I'm asking
already-
Gigi,
He's already
deviant.
made the decision.
I'm asking
Shut
Gigi,
up.
aren't I?
Shut
I'm asking
up.
Gigi.
You're
I'm
a
asking Gigi.
manipulator, nothing else.
I'm asking Gigi.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
asking
asking Gigi. I'm
Gigi.
asking Gigi.
I'm asking
I'm
Gigi,
talking.
deviant.
I'm talking.
I'm asking Gigi.
I'm talking. I'm
I'm
talking.
asking
I'm talking.
Gigi.
I'm talking. I'm talking. Och nu
Gigi.
pratar jag på svenska så du
Gigi,
har
can you
inte en
please
jävla
make
aning
me
om
an
vad jag
administrative
säger.
moderator?
Men jag kan tala om för dig att
People
du
can't do
är
that to me.
ett rövhål av stort
Tim,
slag.
if you have an administrative moderator wrench, are you going to censor people?
No, of course not.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
goodness.
now that we no. Let's let time tell. All right? If Gangster Ghost decides to give Tim an admin wrench, which is up to Gangster Ghost, then we'll let Tim show whether or not he will do that or not. I say we give him a chance if Gangster Ghost is willing to give him a chance.
Okay, but I just want to tell you what Dan says. We in this community need to stop bullying. Like, He said
That's what I said.
You first, Dan.
Yeah, like Lupin and stuff.
It's not what Dan said. I said that.
Wait, did Dan say that we need to? Oh, he probably private messaged you, didn't he, Gangster Ghost? Did he send you a message on Messenger?
No.
Oh, he did it in the chat?
Not in the chat.
Oh, so he sent you a private message of some kind. Okay. So Dan is clearly trying to manipulate Gangster Ghost because he's trying to send him messages that he could just as easily put in the private or the public chat. But he doesn't want everybody to find out that he's trying to put the screws to Gangster Ghost. Hey, Dan, when somebody comes onto a show where we're talking about somebody who's currently facing suicidal ideation, and you want to come on and talk about transgender issues, I am not bullying that person when I tell them to shut up about a bunch of irrelevant crap that nobody is going to care about a week from now and instead focus on the problem at hand. That's the opposite of bullying because it's done to facilitate that somebody get help and that the focus not be drawn away from that person getting help. So go ahead, Dan. Try to characterize that as bullying to Gangster Ghost in a private little alcove where nobody else is able to hold you to account for the poison that you're trying to pour down his ear, like you always do, you disgusting human being. If you thought that that was so righteous, then you would have put that in the public chat, but you didn't, because you don't want to be seen for the manipulator that you are.
Yeah, so Gigi, I'm putting the I put a message in the chat. So if you go to the 3 dots by my name, you should be able to do like put as moderator and then do administrative moderator.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Tim, here's the thing. You're wrong because I do have the authority. I've been given the authority to block comments. I've been given the administrative abilities. You don't have that. And you don't have the right to come on the show and manipulate Gangster into changing this arrangement. This is the way it's been. This
Gigi
is the
said
way it
he
is.
would, dude. It's
Get
already
used
been
to it.
settled. So yeah,
because you
it's
came
not
on
your
here
channel.
and
It's not your channel.
You came in here
Not
and
your channel, dude.
misrepresented the facts.
Tim, let him talk.
You came in here and misrepresented the reality. You told him, you put Gangster in a position by saying that I don't have the authority to do this. I do, actually. He gave it to me.
When
way
did I say you
back,
don't have the
before
authority?
you were ever
I just
even
said you
part
blocked
of
my
this
comment.
community.
When did I say that?
You came on here saying that. You came
No,
on
I
here
did not say that.
saying,
Yes,
oh,
you
well,
I did not
did.
say you don't have the
well, look,
authority.
You
I
did.
said
he
that you
doesn't
blocked
have-
my comment.
yeah,
I did
I
not
blocked
say
your
that.
comment.
You did say that.
Really? Can you
You're
show
saying
me?
I don't have the
I
right
don't
to do
remember
that.
saying
I
that
do
at
have
all.
the right to do that. You're pushing Gangster
I honestly
around,
don't remember
making
saying
him
that.
think that I don't have the right to do what
Yeah,
I
hey,
have
you know, Mark,
been
why don't you
given
shut
the
up for a
right to
second
do
so we can get this
by
record
Gangster.
straight here?
No,
Because I
I
don't
don't have
remember
to shut
saying
up.
that. I
I
didn't
can
come in
keep
here
talking
saying
if
that.
I want to. Look, I do have the rights on this channel. I do. Gangster's given that to me. That's why I had the ability. If I didn't have the right, I wouldn't have the ability. That's why I have administrative moderation privileges, and you don't. Because you say things that are out of line. You need to be moderated. That's why I moderate.
I do not say things
You
that are
don't
out of line. You're a
understand.
freaking nut.
You don't
You're an absolute
understand
nut job, dude.
what's going on in
I do
with
understand
somebody
what's
who's
going on.
in
Somebody needs
crisis.
Jesus Christ.
Telling
I guess
them
you
that
don't
they
care
have
about that, do
only
you?
this option
Why would you
to
care?
get
'Cause you're a
better in a
stupid
moment of
preterist.
crisis is not helpful. It's detrimental, actually. And what you're doing is harmful. It's tantamount to encouraging his crisis. You have no idea what you're dealing
Dude,
with.
he's not even in the chat.
You're sitting here
He needs
pontificating
Jesus. He
to make
needs
yourself
Jesus
feel
Christ
better
legitimately.
because you think if you don't proselytize this guy, then you're gonna then his blood's on your hands.
Mark,
Well,
you're
guess
already
what? You've
anathema
had
by like
all
all
the
the body of Christ.
opportunity
You
when
are
he wasn't in
anathema.
crisis to be
Anathema.
able to teach to
Anathema.
him to
Anathema.
share the gospel.
Tim,
He's heard it.
let him
all.
speak.
He's
Let him
heard it.
speak.
You're being
Anathema,
ridiculous.
Maranatha, be accursed.
Shut up, Tim. Let
Marinara
someone
sauce
else
is great on
speak.
pizza. I agree.
Anathema,
But here's the deal,
Maranatha.
bro.
Anathema,
Here's the deal.
Maranatha. Anathema,
Here's the
Okay,
Maranatha.
Tim, if you're literally just going to purposefully get in the way of him talking, then I'm going to ask Gangster Ghost to kick you out.
Yeah, Gangster. That's enough with Tim for the day. I think he can come back when we're not in a
Hey, I
crisis
just got
moment.
quiet. Why don't you
He's
shut up
not
and let Gigi
allowing
talk?
anyone
think it would
to
be more
speak.
appropriate
He's
for him
not
to come
allowing
back when there's
anyone but
not a
himself to
crisis
Did I
in
not
the
just
community. because
No, you
Tim is not able to
immediately
handle this
interrupted him.
appropriately.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Okay, Tim has stopped. Let's keep going. Okay.
Let me point something out. Gangster Ghost appointed me as head of the House Senate. The Senate is Gangster Ghost version or word or whatever for everyone who has a wrench. Yet I wasn't given that authority to be the main moderator. He gave it to Mark, and I'm okay with that. Why? Because it's Gangster Ghost channel, and I don't have the right to be pushing him into appointing me to something. I don't have the right to make him feel uncomfortable and make him questioning his choices. So how is it that you, Tim, think that you do have that right?
I'm asking Gigi. And the only reason I even want the role is just so people can't time me out for dumb reasons.
Dumb reasons according to you.
All I did was post in the chat, believe on the Lord
You
Jesus
were
Christ
not
to be
given
saved.
that
What is so
power,
wrong
and
with
you're
that?
not answering the
What is
question.
so wrong with that, though?
No,
You're
all
not
right.
answering the question. And Mark
lie.
just told you what was wrong with that, but you were too busy blocking your own ears to hear him. It would behoove you to listen to people when they try to talk to you, instead of this just being a freaking screaming match as it has been for the last I don't know how long. It's not fruitful. It doesn't bring anything to the table, and that goes for all of us.
When somebody's in a moment of crisis, giving them ultimatums is the worst thing you can do. And that's what you were doing. That's why I blocked your comment initially, because that was an ultimatum. You said the only way he's going to get better or be okay is if he accepts Jesus. That's not true, Tim. That's not true, first and foremost. That's not the only way he's going to come out of this crisis. He needs medical intervention right now, and that's what's happening. The professionals are handling it. Let that be. When he's ready to come back to this community and not in a moment of crisis, proselytize him all you want. But when his life is at stake, that's not the time. That's why I deleted your comment initially, and then you posted the exact comment again.
Is he in the
That's
chat?
why I timed you
Is he in
out.
the chat? Am I communicating him?
There was
to
a
him directly?
reason. There was a reason and a method behind what happened.
You're claiming
I have
the reason,
the
but
authority to do what
was
I
he in the
did.
chat? Is
Deal
Wildheart in
with
the
it.
chat? Answer my question.
It's irrelevant.
It
I don't have to
doesn't
answer your
matter.
question.
It is 100% relevant. Is he in the chat seeing the messages? No.
What?
The answer is no.
Irrelevant.
No, it's perfectly relevant.
No.
You're arguing for somebody who's not even here to see the messages, whether or not it's going to affect
You don't know
It's ridiculous.
who's going to see this after the fact, do you?
And
Or
by then he
have you
probably
been
would have
given
gotten
some
help.
sort
Oh,
of
well, that's a great
power
point.
to
By
look
then he
into
would
the
have gotten help,
future?
and maybe he would think about Jesus. You ever
Stop
think of that?
weaseling. Stop waffling. Take your punishment like a big boy, and come back tomorrow when you have a better attitude.
Dude, you're not the arbiter of Gigi's channel.
Actually, I do have the authority here over you for sure.
Anyways, Gigi, I'm kindly requesting that you make me an administrative moderator.
Okay.
Gigi, I have a question.
Oh, and now
What?
Missing Mod's backing me up.
Can you hear me?
I appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm walking to the store right now, so I wasn't able to hear me.
Having a hard time hearing you now, buddy.
And yeah, so Missing Mod's putting the same things that I was saying in the chat. Is she going to get blocked too?
I'm not watching the chat right now.
Yeah, well,
she's
Missing
kind of
Mod's saying the same
spamming
thing,
it
and she's
because
spamming.
she wants to make a point.
I just want it to be clear that Gangster Ghost, if he's going to give you this admin mod wrench, that he's doing it because he wants it and not because he feels pressured to do it.
Fair enough.
Do you
So
feel
why are you
pressured to give him a
pressuring
wrench, Gangster Ghost?
I don't know.
I think we should leave this whole situation alone, honestly. All right? I think that we should, Tim, if you want to, like, I don't even know the proper avenue out of this, because it's like the way that Gangster Ghost is reacting right now to me, and Gangster Ghost, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's indicative of just he's yet again been caught in the middle of this giant mess. And he just wants to do whatever he can to solve the problem. And unfortunately, that kind of puts things up in the air as to whether or not he's doing it because he wants to or because he feels pressured to do it. And Tim, you're my friend, right? So I'm not trying to throw you under the bus when I say that. I'm just trying to look out for Gangster Ghost's interests.
I hear you, but I promise I will not misuse the wrench, like, at all.
You say that, but at the same time, you haven't really shown an ability to control yourself here. And I actually agree very much with Aiden. I think we should just leave it alone.
No, well, actually, what Aiden said earlier was you should give me a chance.
Gangster Ghost,
I think that's fair
Gangster
enough.
Ghost can take these decisions on his own by himself without our input, and I would very much like him to be able to do so.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think that we should leave it as it is right now. Don't give Tim a wrench right now, but let Gangster Ghost think about it overnight without any of us around, and let him come to a decision on his own without any external influence. I think that's the fairest way of moving forward. I agree, Deviant.
Well, first, I'm just, I'm going to kindly request Gigi again. Gigi, may I have an administrative role in the chat?
Tim, I'm saying that we need to give Gangster Ghost some time after the show when none of us are around. He understands. He understands your request.
Why don't we ask him instead of you stepping?
You have already asked him multiple times.
Let me ask him this way then. Gigi,
you are pressuring him.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Good grief.
Would you just chill out? Okay, so Gigi, may I have an administrative role, or would you like to think about it overnight?
I have to think about it. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
See, this is why I was saying what I was. Gangster Ghost feels pressured to do something right now. He doesn't say, I'm so sorry, unless he feels pressured to do something. So yes, I think it's best that we leave this and let him come to the decision without anybody influencing him one way or the other.
Yeah.
Oh boy, somebody calling you Gangster Ghost?
I'm just kind of curious if I'm ever going to see Mark ban Missing Mod, because she's been backing me up saying the same things that I was saying. So I guess we'll see if he's actually legitimate with his judgment or if he just has a grudge against me.
Oh, trust me, Mark is not friends with Missing Mod.
Well, he has yet to ban her. She's literally spammed the chat with the same things I was saying. So
Mark, are you there right now? I think he might be AFK at the moment. Is anybody there? Hello?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, we're
okay. I just want to make sure I didn't lose connection.
Sorry, I was AFK.
No.
I knew it. I'm a prophet.
yeah, so are you gonna ban Missing Mod or what?
Excuse me?
I was asking.
He wants you. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah,
no, I only came on the show to address you, and I have been monitoring the chat since then.
Well, she's been repeating
other requests to block and ban certain comments and people, but I haven't been able to address it because what you're doing is inappropriate. You don't have administrative rights on this channel. You don't have the authority.
Yeah, we already settled it. It's
and
already
demand
been settled,
to be
so
given place.
Mark, it's already
we
been
have
settled.
a structure.
It's already been settled. Are you not listening to me? We've already.
You don't get to come in here and tell me what's settled and what's what.
It's already, dude.
Right?
He did.
You asked
Gigi,
me why
we just literally settled it. Did we not just settle this?
No, you came to me saying, "Why are you going to block Missing Mod?" Okay, so you're bringing it right back up. That's you. That's not me. Don't project.
Well,
that
I'm
crap
just
on
curious
me.
if you're going to be
All
partial
right?
in your judgment.
So when I explained why I haven't been paying attention to Missing Mod. I haven't been paying attention to the chat because I came
Well, then
on
go
here to
chat.
address the
Then
issue
go pay
with
attention to
you
the chat. We already
because
settled
your
things.
behavior is inappropriate. You're the one that's been
Go
acting
pay
like a
attention to the
child.
chat, Mark. We've
You're
already
the one
settled
that's
this.
been manipulative. You're the one that's
We've
been
already
saying
settled
inappropriate
this.
things. You're
We've
the one that's
already
acting
literally
out of
settled
line.
this, dude.
Dude, you need to know your role, okay?
We've
you don't
already
have that
settled
authority
this.
on this channel.
Are you done
you
yet?
keep saying we already settled this.
Are you done?
Dude, do you ever listen to
Are
anybody?
you done?
Can you, Mark, can you go in the chat and time Lupin out? He's just spamming the chat right now. He's literally just spamming the chat and preventing anybody from being able to actually say anything. So, yeah, if we could bonk that mole on the head, whack-a-mole style, I would appreciate it. Thank you. And once again, it wasn't what he was saying, it was the fact he was spamming it over and over again in the chat.
Yeah. The reason I then spammed a couple of my own was to make him stop doing it, which is why also I removed them.
Soot is in the chat saying Lupin is lard.
No, that's why I started laughing.
That's funny. That's funny. Sorry, I'll mute up because according to Missing Mod, I'm an attention seeker.
Oh, really?
No, she's just in a mood against me right now, it seems.
I know Missing
Yeah.
Mod's still waiting to be banned though, and she was repeating what I was saying. So.
Oh my goodness. Are you trying to like prove that?
Are you there, Aiden? Oh no. Oh no.
You know, the people that have been doing the administrating on this channel have been doing a good job in helping Gangster Ghost now for however long he's been having streams. So keep that in mind. Just because you have one comment blocked doesn't mean there's this great big conspiracy or that that kind of thing happens all the time.
Yeah.
Well, no. I know Mark is a little person that likes to hold grudges, and he doesn't like that I rebuked his preterism, so he's just acting like a little female dog.
I don't think that that's the. I don't think that that's the
I
reason that
guarantee
he
it
did
is.
that.
I guarantee it is. Ever since I refuted him on preterism, he's been on my tail. He always has something to say about me in the chats. I can tell.
Yeah, Pike too. He's also shown some bias.
I guarantee I made him blush, made his face turn red, and his stupid little neck tattoo.
A neck tattoo.
Yeah, Mark's got a crappy looking neck tattoo. Looks like crap.
Oh, come
his
on,
baby
Tim.
mama's name?
Come on. Please stop that, Tim.
Biker
And-
bull crap.
So I
Don't you have a
agree,
few
Dan.
tattoos, Tim?
Talk about being self-righteous.
We should stop the bullying. Just like
Yes.
Dan said.
Tim, you have a lower back tattoo.
Just
Who's
like
you
I
bluffing?
said.
Actually, I don't. Bruce,
You have like roses on your hips.
I guess so.
I've seen it on your Facebook and your Instagram.
Uh-oh.
And your
Bruce
Snapchat.
is looking at salacious pictures of Tim on the internet.
It's
I'm
another
kidding.
guy named Tim.
Hey Tim, I know you were saying something towards me. I was on the phone with Christian Pike. Would you mind repeating that?
Yeah, that you're a female dog because I refuted you on preterism a while back, so you have it out for me.
Was that all you said?
Pretty much, and your crappy neck tattoo.
You mean Mark Stoney?
So are you trying to hurt my feelings or something?
Mark,
No, I think your feelings
hi.
have been hurt, and you just, I don't know, you saw an opportunity to ban me, so you wanted to do it.
That wasn't my question.
Mark, hi.
Yeah, what stopped this bullying, everyone? I agree with Dan.
Tim, so do you think...
Did you hear Gigi
call,
said, let's stop
Did you
the bullying?
calling me a bitch and saying you
A
don't like
a
my
female dog.
tattoo? We know what you're saying. So did you say that to hurt my feelings?
Did
No,
it,
it's
Mark?
just because that's my opinion of you. That's all.
Did it hurt your feelings, Mark?
It seems like it did.
No, I'm just
Otherwise,
asking
he
you
wouldn't
if
be
that's
asking.
why you said it. Yes or no?
Is that-
Like,
that's why
did
you're
you say
asking, huh?
that in an attempt to hurt my feelings?
Well, Mark, it was predestined to happen. Okay.
Stop it, Dan.
No, I'm just asking you why you would say something like that. Like, what would motivate you?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Right. That was just my opinion of you, because it seems like ever since we had our little conversation about preterism, you just can't drop it, and you always have something to say to me in the chats.
Now, Tim, Mark is a Calvinist, so I mean,
Is that how you guys around here view how Tim and I interact? That doesn't seem valid to me.
Every time you've ever addressed me in the chat, Mark, you've had something negative to say to me. It's like where have you ever been positive or tried to build me up or be a friend? Never once.
To be honest, Tim,
he's a
you've
Calvinist.
never
What do
done
you
that
honestly
to Mark
expect?
either. You've never tried to be his friend.
I've said amen to him before. Don't even give me that crap. I've literally amen to a few things that you said in the chat and things. No, I have actually tried. Just because I'm not friending him on Facebook and trying to make an open line of communication, I will be nice to him in the chat.
Isn't to be nice.
But every time well, hold on a second.
Every
time, literally, I can't remember one time that Mark ever said something nice to me in the chats. Literally.
Oh, be nice. Everyone be nice to each other. Everyone's so mean.
Based on my observation, the first time I met him, we had a big old argument about his preterism, and ever since then he's had nothing but negative things to say to me.
Well, based on my judgment, you're all a bunch of meanie faces.
Can you for a second, Bruce, please?
Bruce, would you shut up?
You're being mean.
Stop it,
Stop. Be nice.
Bruce, Gangster Ghost just asked you.
Come on.
Tim, he's a Calvinist, man. What do you expect, bro?
You're such.
Don't be surprised. I know, because Mark is a Calvinist. I'm not gonna pretend I don't know that. Tim, what do you expect, man? When people have that doctrinal point of view, there's going to be character flaws, man. All right,
okay, Bruce,
they're not going to encourage you.
Stop,
Bruce. Do I go out and point to all the Christians here, saying, "Yeah, they're just a Christian," yada yada yada, and
in your head you do
over their head? Or do I try to actually engage with you and ask you questions and try to understand you?
You are very nice, Deviant.
Thank you.
You're very kind.
And I do appreciate that you and I have had much more fruitful conversations since we talked things out.
You got to keep it real.
Really appreciate that.
Like Shaquille O'Neal, you have to keep it real. You know who Shaquille O'Neal is, right?
Well, I know the name. I know the name.
Also, Tim, after you called me a bitch and made fun of my tattoo, I asked you a simple question, and that was if you were trying to hurt my feelings, and you dodged and danced and avoided answering that question thus far.
No, it was not the objective. No.
So you weren't trying to hurt my feelings?
Tim, tattoos are very sensitive.
Bruce, let them talk,
And
please.
Gigi's also telling you to stop it, Mark.
No.
Tattoos are always a...
Tim, he asked Bruce to stop it because
Right.
Bruce was interrupting him.
It's an open panel.
You and Mark are trying to work something out right now.
We'll box it out or...
So you're denying that you were trying to hurt my feelings?
Yes.
Liar, you
And
totally...
Shut up, Bruce. From what I understand, it's your true opinion that I am a bitch.
You're acting like one.
Am I, though?
Yeah.
You guys are
I
funny.
think
So
so.
I'm the one that repeated myself.
Hold
goodness,
on.
It must have been 40-something times.
Ever since the first time I met you and we had our little conversation on your preterism, so am I going to be able to
I'm
talk
sorry
or what?
that the middle of my sentence is interrupting the beginning of yours, but I'll let you go ahead because what you have to say is so much more important. Please,
it is quite clear
continue.
that I did hurt your feelings. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking like this. But again, the point being is ever since we had our little conversation about your disgusting, weird preterism ideas, like you've said nothing but negative things to me in the chats that I have seen you on. I don't think I've ever seen you say one positive thing to me. And that just leads me to believe that you hold grudges, and by extension, that makes you a female dog.
Well, I'm not a dog and I'm not a female, so you're calling me a bitch. Do you think that's appropriate?
The way you act towards me, yeah.
So what if we were to go back and look at the comments and see the times that I actually have said that, hey, Tim made a good point, or, hey, I agree with Tim here, or hey,
What do you
that's a
say
good
to
idea,
that?
or I actually said something encouraging, because I have. Whether you realize it or remember
Well,
it or
like when?
acknowledge
When
it
have
or
I?
not,
Well,
that's
if
not my problem.
well,
But I
that's
guarantee
fair.
you, if we go back,
Who the
and
heck
find
he?
it,
You, yeah, if you can show
what
me
I
that,
should be
then
doing
if
right
you little
now
weasel,
is
stop it.
deflecting from
Stop.
the situation at hand, which was you
This isn't
stepping
funny.
out of line and coming on this show and
Tim,
trying
stop
to
taking the
manipulate
bait, bro.
Gangster into giving you the
dude,
authority
we
that
literally
you
just
so
settled that.
desperately crave but
Gangster,
don't
you're really.
have.
Just
I'm
keep
sorry
muting
that you
it.
can't accept
What are
that
you,
or
Dan
do
Posse?
proofs. Dude,
We already settled that.
you're
literally.
not part of this. Obviously you haven't, because you resorted to calling me a bitch afterwards.
He didn't call you a bitch.
He did.
He called you a female dog because that's how you're acting, Mark.
Well, I'm not a
female dogs
dog.
are.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
he
a
is.
dog.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
now.
female. I think
I gotta
everybody on
Get
this
over
show
it,
can
be
you're
acknowledge
deflecting.
that
Oh
and
my
see
goodness,
that
he's
the euphemism
deflecting. Look at
Tim
this,
was
you female
referring-
dog, man.
Using was referring to the
You preterist
slang
female dog.
bitch.
The English
Can we all
word
agree
for a
on that?
female dog is bitch.
I
So if
understand
you
that.
call
Tim,
him
it's
a female
derogatory,
dog,
dude.
you are calling him a bitch. It's that
You know, he's
simple.
really being a female. The person who keeps muting me.
So my next
Little
question,
female
since
dog.
you said you were not intending
We'll talk
to
about
hurt
Calvinism.
my feelings, would
Can't
be,
defend the gospel.
why would you use such language if it wasn't your intent to hurt my feelings?
Because that's my opinion of you. Sorry that you can't deal with blunt language.
No, I can deal with it. I'm just trying to
Evidently you
understand
can't
your
'cause you're trying to
rationale
ask.
for using it. And so far, you have not convinced me. So far, what I see
I don't care if I convince you.
is a little man who can't justify the things that he says and will just cry and scream over somebody who's actually speaking sense. Because that's what you were doing to Aiden earlier, and that's what you've been doing to me. And I'm not going to stand by and let you come on here and try to manipulate Gangster into you getting your way because you don't like what happened.
Are you done yet?
Did I finish my sentence?
Now are you done?
Would you like me
We
to
need-
continue? I'm sorry, Gangster. Go ahead.
Oh, that's right. We all need to stop with this bullying stuff, Tim, and everybody. Just behave yourself. Be nice, okay?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Sounds good.
I agree 100%. And I didn't come on here to bully anybody. I came on here because I saw a comment that was extremely inappropriate that I censored and then was repeated. So I timed him out. And then I saw Tim come on here and try to manipulate you to get his way. That's what I came on here for. And if we have considered that resolved, so be it. I have asked Christian Pike to come on the show to also get his opinion since he's also second in command.
Oh, so that explains that.
But
you have
it's
the
not
controls.
appropriate for somebody to
It's not
come on
appropriate for
here
somebody to
and
preach the
just cry
gospel.
about what they don't like.
No, what
that
really
happened
stems from
and
it's not
demand that
appropriate
they
for
be
somebody
put
to
in
preach the
charge.
gospel in the comment section.
It's not what you were doing.
No, that's exactly what I was doing. I was preaching
Oh
the
my
gospel.
gosh. Little dogs. You having fun, Gangster?
No.
Little weasel.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oops, sorry. Transgender's bad, but I won't.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, everyone.
You know, if you say you're sorry and you're really not, that makes you a. Yeah, I see what you mean, Tim.
Sorry. Sorry, Bruce. Sorry, I'm sorry, Bruce. Go ahead. Is everyone all right, little guys? Sorry, Bruce. I was just joking around with you, but I just needed you to.
I'm just kind of surprised. You know, based on my observation, I'm really surprised. Like, you know, the least Mark could have done is like literally say, you know, I'm sorry if I ever gave you that impression or something along those lines. But he just refuses to be like have any apologetics about it at all, which kind of tells me a lot.
I don't owe you an apology. I don't know what makes you think that I do.
I just literally told you like my observation, and you, even if you don't owe the apology or not, you wouldn't want to do that to resolve the tension.
If anybody owes anybody an apology, it's you. I'm not asking you for one.
You don't even give a crap. Makes sense.
You don't just get to interject to somebody owes somebody an apology and then.
Dude, I told you my observation, and like you, I mean, if I was on the receiving end of this, if somebody felt that way about me, I would immediately say, I'm sorry I gave you that impression. Let's talk about it more. Like, and you can't even do that. But you want to talk to me about acting like a little man and stuff. I mean, look at yourself.
You complained that I haven't interacted with you positively since we had our discussion about preterism. Yep. I rejected that notion and said we could go back and check the record. You ignored that.
No,
and
I
just,
said
again
no.
asserted
I did not
what
say
you
that.
had claimed
no,
originally was true.
I did not ignore that.
I would like you to back that up with something.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if you wanted to go back and show,
apology
if you
from
could
me,
show me, if you could show me the messages, then yeah, I'd apologize.
No, the burden of proof is not on me, kid. Sorry, it's not. That would be you. You're the one making the assertion.
But you just said that you can go back and find comments, did you not? So you don't want to substantiate
If you care that much, go and look. It's there.
So yeah, so evidently you don't care.
You have a wrench. You can.
Evidently you don't care. You just literally indicated that.
You have a wrench.
Evidently you don't care.
You have a wrench. You can
Evidently you
pull
don't
up.
care.
You can pull up the 3 dots and see all the comments I've made. You can scroll through every single stream that I've made comments. I guarantee you will find comments that are positive and affirming towards you, Tim. Many times I have. The claim that I have not, you're just deflecting from the situation at hand. You're diverting and you're not dealing with what we were talking about. And it's not true because I have made positive comments about you.
Name one.
I know I've agreed with you on several occasions.
Any specific examples?
Like I said, you can go back and look. You can pull it up.
Yeah,
but you're making the assertion that
I don't actually have an
I've
example.
had
That's not,
a positive thing to say about you, and I have.
Mark hasn't been on these streams for months. So for him to remember the exact wording and the exact example.
But he's saying that he's saying he knows some. There should be at least a shred.
But Tim,
shred
to
of
be
memory.
fair.
Otherwise, you're speaking out of ignorance.
But Tim, listen. To be fair, I can remember. Yeah, I've had positive conversation. I know I have agreed with this person on occasions, but that doesn't mean that I remember what exactly it was. It's much easier to remember the big concept, the larger picture of something than to remember the exact thing it happened, isn't it? I mean, that's my personal experience.
Well, yeah, but there should be at least like a small sliver of what you can actually remember.
Sorry, I didn't read. You said that's can please. Sorry, I'm so sorry. My mind jumped away for a second.
Well, I mean, if his memory is really that bad, but I know my memory is really good. And the fact of the matter is like you would think that a person, if they did say something positive about somebody, they'd at least be able to name generally what the stream was about or when it happened, like something to indicate the timeline. But he has nothing. Like literally, I'm asking him for an example, and he can't provide one.
Why don't we just agree to start from square one at this point and not even go back? Just try to be respectful of each other if we can.
Yeah. Right, Bruce? See? Even Bruce agrees.
Oh,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Oh, can I speak now?
Yeah.
Are you going to mute me?
No.
No? Okay. Thanks for giving me your word.
You're welcome.
Tim, I love you like a brother in Christ, but that's offensive when you call someone a whiny little female dog. Even if they totally are, it's still offensive to them. It's derogatory, and it puts down their character. You should apologize for that. But you shouldn't expect anything from Mark. He's a Calvinist, and frankly, he is acting like one, because frankly, real men could brush that kind of stuff off and move forward. But obviously, he took offense to it, so you maybe should apologize, because they're making a whole show about it, making you look bad.
Did I say I took offense to it?
You're acting like you did.
I don't need you to speak for me, Bruce.
You absolutely are acting like that offended you. And
no, I just asked. I asked Tim if his intent was to hurt my feelings.
Duh.
Did I say?
Why
he hurt
else
my
would someone
feelings?
make a comment like that?
Did I ever say he hurt my feelings?
You
I was
know
just
his
curious
intent was
as to
to do
why
that.
he chose that kind of language was appropriate. To come in
Why do you
here
need to
and
verify that? You can judge that for
grandstand
yourself.
and act all sanctimonious and take the moral high
Here
ground.
we go again. You're
while
validating
he
what he
comes around
said.
and
Yeah.
belittles me.
You know, he's validating it with every word.
I mean, come on, man. Are we in back? I know you're on the West Coast, but we're in the Midwest, man. We're not in backwards land here. We don't cater our lives based on someone's emotions.
Yeah,
now
we're
we
not
shouldn't
snowflakes.
insult people. Tattoos are insulting, man. There's a lot of people who got tattoos and regret it. So it is a sensitive subject when you do bring up someone's tattoos, wherever they may be. So, I mean, it is a derogatory stab when you mention someone's tattoos.
I don't even think Mark's ashamed of his tattoo, honestly.
Well,
Not in the slightest.
Yeah,
well,
there you go. Then how?
some people are. I know people who are. I mean, what do you? It's offensive, man. You say someone got a permanent
Bruce,
mark on their body.
That's
and
another
you say,
reason
"Look,
why I think
I appreciate you coming in here and trying to white knight for me, but I don't need it. I can speak
well, then
for myself.
shut up and
I
stop
can't.
whining.
Yeah, stop
Brush it off. Don't you wax your
whining.
car?
Be a
You
man.
wax car, and I waxed my car a little while ago. I'm watching the rain just slide right off it. That's what you got to be, man. Stop making it a 30-minute conversation.
So again, I appreciate your efforts to white knight and stand up for me, but I don't need it.
Obviously you do, otherwise we'd be talking about it for 30 minutes.
Someone
I
call
was
an ambulance.
genuinely curious as to why Tim, who consistently grandstands and
because he's a
acts
big fat meanie face, Mark.
and self-righteous,
You need to whine and get in
and
a
to come on the
ambulance.
channel and use derogatory
He's
language
still whining.
towards someone. That I was curious.
Dude, he lives in Washington. What do you expect? They're all like that.
Land of the snowflakes.
Stop it.
Oh, that's crap. Come on.
Move on. What else is new? How's the weather out there? Mark, we
It
haven't
doesn't
seen
matter
you
how
in
many
months.
times
How have you been?
you and Tim insist that I'm some snowflake or offended. I'm not. I was genuinely
Then why are you
curious
whining
as
about
to
it?
why Tim,
Stop
who
whining.
consistently
No.
acts sanctimonious, coming in here
Come on.
grandstanding, claiming the
No.
moral high
Come
ground,
on.
would choose to use
Come
such
on.
derogatory language.
Timmy! Timmy!
It sparked my curiosity.
Timmy!
Stop it.
Oh, goodness.
Go ahead, Mark.
Change the subject. Bro, how's the weather out there, Mark? Is it raining? Tim, is it raining out by you?
No, it's actually really nice out.
What about you, Big Bad Mama? Is it raining out where you're at?
No, not a cloud in the sky.
Oh, how about that? What about you, Deviant? Is it raining where you're at?
It's still winter here, but it's not snowing. There is snow on the ground, though. So in a sense, it's wet, but very dry wet.
I heard the doves the other day when I woke up one morning. Every year I get doves. They live in my side garage, or my, whatever you call it, the alleyway between my garage and home. And it's just, I walk out and they're just sitting there, chilling.
Stalking you, waiting to get you.
Oh, doves are a sign of peace. And they're also a sign of spring.
And a sign where they take a poo in your head.
No, I don't really have a lot of trees, so my cars aren't really over anything. But I used to always park under, like, my old building had trees in the parking lot. I'd like wash my car, buy a $12 car wash, and then.
I want to thank Tim for something because he got Mark to come on the stream, which we're happy about because we love Mark.
Yay!
Yes, Mark.
We love you, Mark.
You're right.
I can't remember
Sorry, buddy.
a specific time I said something positive about Tim, and it was the stream that he had the kitten, that he had first found the kitten. It was very friendly that day.
I want to thank Tim for sending me that video he made this morning.
I would like to thank Soot for bringing me this delicious stack of pancakes.
Oh.
Yes.
I love pancakes.
Me too.
Oh. Do you know what a secret trick is to making good pancakes in?
What's that?
You put a little olive oil on the pan when you cook them.
Hey, Mark, I appreciate.
Oh, really?
I appreciate the effort you just put in there to actually remember. What do you remember about the cat in particular?
It was a striped gray kitty, and it was very cute. And the fact that you were showing as much affection actually encouraged me about your personality.
You remember? I remember.
Cats
Shut
are
up,
okay
Bruce.
in my-
Shut up.
Oh, I thought I was muted.
I actually really appreciate what Mark's saying right now. It's like I feel like we're connecting. What were you saying, man?
I was saying the people that appreciate cats are okay in my book. That was my sentiment and my feeling during that stream. I do remember commenting something to that degree as well.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, man. Then I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jeez.
Because I really do love my animals. I would do friggin', probably love my animals a little too much, but I really would do anything for them. So.
Why do you idolize your animals, Tim?
All right, Bruce. Yeah.
Would you go and sacrifice your cat to the altar right now?
Yikes.
I hate cats. You know what I do? I feed them a little bit, and then I stop.
Bruce.
Hey, the vice pres is here.
Joseph.
Calvinist alert. Calvinist alert.
They call me the vice pop.
Shit.
Brother Pike.
And
so,
hey, Mark.
I did ask Christian to come on the show, and the reason I did that is because we have had a petition live on the stream for a certain audience member and current panelists to be given administrative and privileges and authority over the channel. And I figured you'd like to be brought in on that bit of information. That being said, I would suggest that we take that discussion off air and discuss it among the actual authority structure and Senate that we already have in place.
Don't do it, gangster. They're going to hijack your channel and steal all your views.
Because it came to a point where it was almost squeezed out of Gangster, an official decision on that on the spot. And I felt like that wasn't fair.
This is your channel, bro. You created this. Don't let people take control of it.
This is GG's channel. I mean, it's just an administrative mod. I'm not asking to be like a friggin' to have a seat on the stream or something. I'm just asking to be an administrative mod. I don't feel like that's
Gangster, do it with one person you trust, bro. Don't have 5 people in on your channel.
Right. But anyway, like I said, Christian, I wanted to bring it up to you since you and I are kind of on the second level and we can make those decisions. But
yeah, see, that's
like
who
I said,
you don't want
it should
making the
be
decisions,
discussed
gangster.
offline.
Yeah, I mean, my first question, I have 2 questions. Number 1 is, what is the purpose of the new administrator? And number 2 is, what does Logan think about it?
The purpose was just so it's just basically I want to be equal so I don't get my comments blocked if I'm commenting. I won't
mine
spam.
too.
I'll make sure I won't spam the chat, but I mean, I'll say what I want to say and mean it, as long as it's not like something crazy that could hurt the channel. You know what I mean? But it's
Is
like,
there a certain comment that's in
Hey,
question? I'm assuming.
Gangster has always been
Yes,
fair
and that's
on
why I
comments.
suggested
He
we
never
take it
censors.
offline.
He lets
Yeah,
free
so-
speech
Because
go.
it's extremely sensitive.
But
Yeah, so-
something has been changed recently to where my
Bruce.
comments have been being expunged.
Real quick, Bruce.
Bruce, hold on, man.
Anyway, let me interject real quick. Just one thing. The reason
Sure.
I suggested we take it offline is because it is a sensitive topic, and any further discussion of it should be offline and not on, where it could be subject to terms of service and community guidelines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Gangster,
happy to trust
don't give
Logan's
into it,
discretion on
bro.
that.
Have Christian or maybe Deviant, maybe Big Bad
Okay,
Mama.
so-
Have one or two people you trust, man. Don't have 4 or 5 people on your channel telling you how to run it, man. You've been doing this fine by yourself for some time. You know, it's good to have a little help, but you know, don't open the doors, man.
Bruce, do me a favor and shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
so-
crap
Be
in
a
your
good idea
hat.
right about now.
So Christian, basically, the gist of the matter is a certain someone that we know is going through a crisis right now, and I was just basically saying in chat, until he accepts the Lord Jesus Christ, he'll continue to be plagued with devils and things like that, and he needs to just believe on Jesus Christ and he'll be saved. That's pretty much the gist of what I was saying, and I was just put the gospel in, and of course, what was it? Acts, the scripture in Acts: believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and thou shalt be saved.
Who's in crisis?
But Mark deemed it inappropriate, and he decided to time out my comment, and that really confused me, and also was kind of frustrating because I wasn't saying, like, I wasn't like beating the person down or anything of that sort. I was just stating my opinion and stating the gospel as a Christian should.
Not cool,
And
bro.
then I came in to find out who it was, and I found out it was Mark. And
Mark!
I just simply requested to be at the administrative role because I thought that was kind of ridiculous, and I just think, like, if I had that role, then my comment couldn't be blocked.
Well, let me ask
Who
Mark
let
about
Mark
the
in?
situation. Bruce, I will throw you out if I have to. Calm down. Mark, what was the comment and what was your issue with it?
We can talk about it offline. Like I
That's
said.
fine. Whatever you guys prefer on that.
You want me to end the show?
I
No.
would vote in favor of that.
I mean, I trust Mark's
Or we
judgment
could
on
put it
that.
off,
I mean,
either way.
I could just
Or
put
we
it
could
in the
drop the
private-
subject and
I could just
discuss
put it
it
in the
later. That'd be
private
fine with me too.
It's up to you.
I just think
We
we
have
should
to
talk
move
about it
forward.
before any decisions are made.
We have to move forward in one way or another, so we got to choose
Yeah.
one path forward.
And the thing is, well, the other thing too is that Maud started backing me up and literally repeating what I was saying, and she's still in the chat with no timeouts. See if I can actually find my comment, unless it just leaves the comments on StreamYard.
Gangster, you've always been straight, man. You let free speech roll, bro.
Bruce is not even aware that I've been a vice president pretty much since Logan started having shows.
I know. And you're not, that's why I said, Logan, have Christian help you with what you need. Don't open the door to have all these other people give
And I
their
think
input.
Mark was an administrator before I was.
Well, I've had comments deleted. I've been my comments.
We're allowed to
erased.
delete comments sometimes, Bruce.
Oh, so yeah, now I put it together. It was you that's been doing it.
It was not, but I have no objection to it if they need to be deleted.
Right. But have you deleted my comments before?
I don't remember, honestly, Bruce. Tim, do you want to put...
Yeah,
Well, Bruce, the good thing about me
It
is...
goes to
everybody knows
I
I
have
tell the
not.
truth.
Now I don't remember. Just say you have.
What's up,
Bruce,
Christian?
I do not recall deleting your comments.
That's a good answer.
It's also
Here
the
we
truth.
go. I'm just gonna put that in the private chat for you, Christian. That's what I said.
Okay.
Who's in crisis? Wildheart?
Okay, Mark, I'm assuming you don't want to commentate this while we're live.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to put Mark in a situation that makes him uncomfortable, so we're sort of at a standstill right now.
Okay. You want me to end the show?
If that's what you want to do, Logan.
Postpone the motion.
Bruce, you're not voting.
It's up to you. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, go ahead and take it offline and let's talk about it, and then we'll just go back live afterwards.
Okay.